Hello, everybody. Welcome in, nerds, to the first ever episode of Nerd Talk Radio. Need a little round of applause. With me, I've got my fellow nerds, Jesse in the top corner.
Hi.
Mike over in the right corner. That way.
It's me.
And Steph over here to my right.
I didn't prepare an intro.
Perfect. This is the first ever episode of the Nerd Talk Radio podcast, which podcast is not in the thing, but that's fine. All right.
It's implied. Now. It's implied.
And I am your host, Matt, aka Makazi007, who you've seen on the Nerd Crew YouTube channel. I will probably make a lot of flubs, and I won't edit them out.
It's the first episode.
It's all good. Yeah, exactly.
Leave all the flubs in. All the flubs.
Oh, yeah.
Like
and if you could see him in the background over there, which way? That way, is Domino the cat.
Domino.
Yeah, Domino.
Domino.
Unofficial mascot.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to start off by going around the room and doing some introductions. People who are watching this might already know me from the YouTube channel Nerd Crew. That's Nerd Crew with 3s instead of E's and a 5 at the end because the other 4 numbers were taken. And so we also streamed on Twitch for a while. I have been kind of, off of Twitch for a bit, but I'm hoping to revive that at some point in the near future. But let's start off first. I'm going to go in order of how I met you guys. And so the first person up is going to be Mike, because you're the first person I met.
Really?
IRL.
Oh, wow, because where you met Jesse first. So, okay, I gotcha.
Nope.
No pressure.
All right. No pressure. I know, right? No pressure.
He did not know he was the OG.
Yeah, I honestly didn't. I definitely didn't. What's going on, everyone? My name is Mike, aka Don Mario 64. For those who meet me on Switch or Switch 2, I'm from the New York area. Me and Matt, we go way back. Like over 10, 15 years now, something like that. So it definitely is a good while.
Yeah.
Love my Yankees in terms of sports. Also love Nintendo in particular. In case you guys can't tell, favorite series is Super Mario.
Let's see the shirt, man. What's the shirt say?
Okay, so this is from a convention. So it is Shy Guys.
Burgers and fries.
Nice.
That is so cute. I love that.
I saw the Shy Guys and I was like, I got to see the rest of the shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great.
I think that was from one of the Anime Next, if I'm not mistaken, from years ago.
Nice.
Oh man,
nice.
yeah, back in the day.
Anime
oh
Next.
yeah.
What a banger. What a heater.
It was. Definitely was.
All right, next up, the next person I met in my life would be Jesse, actually.
Ooh, that is me, isn't it? Hi, everybody. My name is Jesse. I go by Locke, usually on Twitch, YouTube, whatever it is we're doing at the time. Originally from the great state of New Jersey, not New York. Lived in Connecticut for a handful of years. I'm now down in Florida. Wonderful state. I can't wait to stay here for the rest of my life. I mean, yeah, that's all I got. I know Matt from marrying his wife's sister. So
Yep, we're brothers-in-law. Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
We are officially family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get priority.
When you hear your family.
That's right.
All right, tell us a little bit about the wall behind you. Give us some hobbies and some stuff. You skipped a little bit.
Hobbies and some stuff. So as you can tell, I like to collect things. This is my tape wall. This is my almost complete collection of VHS tapes. I have one of every VHS tape on the planet. Just kidding. But I do have a lot.
Yeah.
The rest of these boxes, in fact, are also mostly full of VHS tapes that are going to be going on that wall at some point. Outside of that, I have a meager video game collection. I like to dabble in model building, painting, that all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And professionally, I work on robots, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Basically, like me, Jesse is a hobbyist. Our hobbies are hobbies.
Having hobbies is a hobby. Yeah,
it's a problem. And last but certainly not least, Steph, you're the last person I met in my life.
Yeah. I'm Steph. Codename Bubble Mouse, Easer 3s as well. Already a note about that. I did not know who Iron Mouse was when I made that username. And I just recently found out she was Puerto Rican, and I'm just like, whipa, but also I did not copy. I swear. But yeah, what do I got? I met Matt through work. We work in the science industry, cutting organs for a living.
Yeah.
So fun stuff.
That's one way of saying it.
And I remember when I interacted with him for the first time, I was like, okay, he's a quiet dude, but I'm trying to find friends, right? And I heard from somebody else, oh, he plays games. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, hey, what you play? He's like, oh, Nintendo. I was like, okay. And I slapped him on the shoulder, and I was like, we'll find something for us. And I just walked away. Because I am not a big Nintendo person.
No, me either.
Nothing against it. I just don't play it all that much. I play way too much Overwatch. I have an unhealthy obsession with Kingdom Hearts and the Resident Evil series, and I'm addicted to Cook Serve Delicious. Like in a silent moment, I just play that game. What have I been doing recently? Not much. I have kids now. That's the big thing. So,
Nice.
and they're pretty
Fairly
brand
recent.
spanking new. So, twins. So they take up a lot of my time, but typically, my hobbies include like collecting board games. I like cooking a lot of recipes. I like collecting cookbooks, mostly nerdy cookbooks. And I listen to a lot of video game and series explanations on YouTube because I have a very short attention span. I'm not good with watching the series.
I should start doing that.
Cliff Notes.
It feels mean.
Always
I
gonna
should
be a
give
thing.
credit to the people who make the stuff, but I don't do that. I give credit to the people who comment on the stuff that's made.
Nothing wrong with that. They got to make a living too.
That's all really I got right now.
Yeah, great introductions, guys. Next up, I really just wanted to go into what this podcast is really going to be. I mean, first off, this is going to be a once a month podcast. So if you're looking for a new podcast that's not going to take up too much of your time, because I feel like these days everyone has at least 2 or 3 podcasts they listen to like on a regular, and they're like weekly a lot of the times. Sometimes they're even like bi-weekly, which is insane. But like I didn't want to like get ourselves into that because we're going to be a mostly gaming focused podcast. I mean, like we're going to be competing with a lot of these weekly people, but if we're only once a month, I feel like a lot more people are going to be like, oh yeah, I can take some time to listen to them because I have a whole ass month to listen to it. You know what I mean? So that's part of the reason I chose once a month. The other part is getting 4 people together, even via Discord, is very fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
As
with,
adults.
us, being adults, being, having families and stuff, and just like very stressful and high volume jobs. I know at least 2 of us have schedules that are very complicated to get around. So
Extraordinarily.
yeah, just because you're working nights and stuff like that. So that's why another reason I was like, let's just do once a month. I think they'll be okay with once a month. But yeah, so that's kind of why we chose to do that. And who knows, maybe one day we'll do 2 a month, but that's like, if this podcast lasts over a year, then I would entertain that idea. But until then, I think once a month is gonna be perfectly fine. So
Yeah. I'll touch and go for now, right? So
yeah, and mostly this podcast is going to be, like I said, focused mostly on gaming, but there's going to be tons of other interests as well. Like I said, me and Jesse alone, we go through so many hobbies. I feel like every year, like there's always going to be new stuff. My big fear is that Jesse's going to get me into more hobbies by talking about some of his.
my problem is I'm a pack rat. I love to collect things. My dream is to live inside a museum. And so I'm just building one, and so I've got like the dumbest shit all over the place. Matt can probably tell you. Do you remember I had a box labeled Y when I moved? You remember that?
I don't, but I believe it.
I have a box. It's just labeled Y with a question mark.
like the word or like
yes, the word Y,
Okay.
WHY. And it is a box full of vintage calculators and other electronics.
Wow.
And we're talking like quite a few, a
Oh,
little
right.
more than the average person should
like
probably
Texas
have.
Instruments, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Texas Instruments and like Tandy and all sorts of stuff. So,
Do you do anything with them, or do you just like looking at them?
I like looking at them.
Nice.
This is interesting.
That's it. A museum. I just I want to put them out and then have other people look at them also. Maybe I can charge ticket prices.
One of
or
these
something.
days, I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to just open up the medicine cabinet. It's going to be a fucking calculator in there.
Oh, that's a great idea. I've been trying to figure out where to put them.
Honestly, could you imagine like bathroom decor and it's just random calculators like turned certain ways on the wall? You just screw the back panel into the wall.
These are all great ideas.
Instead of tiles, it's just
You
it's
gotta
like
drop
all the
these down,
calculators.
so.
Grout them into the fucking wall and stuff.
How big was my shit? Let me calc.
I mean, some of these fucking things run on 9-volt batteries, so yeah, they are not tiny calculators. Yeah.
Wow, gosh.
Back in the day,
I don't have a world's worth of rechargeables for that.
Yeah.
Do they even make rechargeable 9 volts? Is that a thing? I don't think so.
They've gotta.
They probably do.
I got
right?
rechargeable C's.
Rechargeable everything.
Yeah, rechargeable
All
Cs.
baby toys run on C batteries. Let me
Wait,
tell
do
you
they make
guys,
rechargeable
prepare
C
for the
batteries?
C's. Everything runs on C batteries. The swing, the chairs that vibrate, the chairs that rock automatically. We have 16 rechargeable C batteries.
So like baby toys
wow.
are basically still in the 1990s. Is what you're saying?
Absolutely. But you know what?
In terms of
I had
technology.
gotten. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into a baby podcast, but since they're new, this is like my current interest, right? They have a baby chair that goes like this, right? That shit was plug in, and it had Bluetooth and all that kind of shit. They hated that shit. You know what I ended up getting? I got the swing that goes like this that runs on 4 C batteries. They love that shit. That shit puts them to sleep. That shit calms them. It has some basic bitch Sean's in it, and they love it. I'm just like, okay, just go with what has worked for years, apparently.
Oh
That's
my
funny.
god.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So,
Yep.
They like
I'll
the
use fancy.
classics. They like the classics.
absolutely.
It was your fault for introducing them to the classics, though. You just gotta like tell them that world doesn't exist. You gotta deal with the Bluetooth.
You know what? They have that, and then they have like when they're in the bassinet. You know, I have a Google Home right there, so it's like, oh, play white noise to put the babies to sleep. But then also, I'm just like play Kingdom Hearts lullabies. I'm indoctrinating.
Oh no, not the Kingdom Hearts. What if it backfires and it like subconsciously like it reminds them of some kind of bad time when they're young?
This is nightmare fueled.
I would
They end
be
up
sad.
hating it. Oh, no.
I'm not gonna stop my kids from like, you know, it's just like if they dislike something, I'm just like, okay. And if they like something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna encourage it as long as it's healthy. But there are things I'm scared that they're gonna get into that I'm not gonna understand, like football. I know about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, literally
That's
all
it.
of us.
That I got. That's the best technical word I got. I just found out that when they say like blue 42, that those are plays. Like I just found out. I thought they were just saying random colors and numbers.
just confuse the opponents.
It's all code. It's all code. My only knowledge really of sports in general is some of the Mario games that I've played. So if they ever get into it, I'm like, here's Mario Golf. How about you play that instead of going out into the Devil's Sun?
I would have got into those if I didn't need the freaking like motion extension. That shit blocked me
You don't
from
need
getting
that.
into any of the.
For
the
the newer
Mario
stuff?
game.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying
No,
to think.
for the old stuff.
Oh, well, the probably like the Wii version stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, the GameCube stuff, obviously, yeah. But it's funny that you mentioned that though, Matt. Actually, because in particular, since you mentioned Mario Golf, I remember getting like Mario Golf for one of my birthdays. I think it was Toadstool Tour. That's the version for the GameCube back in the day. And I didn't know golf, right? You know, especially here, like, oh, you know, the better your score is, lower score. I'm like, how the hell is that possible? Because everything else, you want more points and stuff, right? And I swear on my life, I learned golf because of that game.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, this is an eagle, this is
do,
an
yeah.
albatross, this is okay. Now I understand why like, you have to be like under par, and yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that. Actually, I definitely learned golf because of that game.
Yeah, and then you go to a real golf match and you ask someone like, "Why is there no flames coming out of the clubs? What is this?
How do I power shot?
What is this beta version of golf that we're playing here?
What's the wind speed? Oh, you don't have that down? Oh shit.
I think they do actually in golf, don't they?
Do
Professional.
they really? I
Yeah,
don't know
they do.
anything
I
about
guess
golf,
they
guys.
tell you, but you have to like still know what the hell you're doing though.
Yeah,
it's
lick
crazy.
your finger and stick it in there.
Yeah, no, they have like tech and stuff, and I've seen this on a YouTube ad where it's
Yeah.
like some AI generated bullshit now where they like get all of the weather and wind speeds and stuff, and it goes to another tent, and then the person in the tent tells other people. It's like a team sport now. I don't know what's happening.
It's probably like through like Google Cloud and all that stuff. Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah.
All that technology. Yeah.
I learned more about stuff through like freaking YouTube ads than anything else.
Yes.
It's a little scary.
Well, actually, no. I pay for YouTube. It's my only subscription.
I do not.
I should. I'm tired of the ads. The AI generated ads are killing me. I remember telling Steph while I was at work, though, the saucy book ads. I'm like, I don't know why, but I keep getting them.
I was like, send them to me.
And they killed uBlock Origin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else uses that. Maybe that's just a me thing.
As an ad blocker?
It's like it was like for a while it was like the ad blocker for Chrome.
I don't know
uBlock
what ad blocker I
Origin.
use, Jesse, but it's still working on my computer because when I
So
boot up Google Chrome, it still blocks all the YouTube ads for me.
It works. Some of them work. I don't know which one you're using, but
I can't remember.
they work sometimes, but they don't work as efficiently now because of how they've like changed the advertisement mechanics in Chrome. I don't know. It's a whole thing.
I heard that, and then I got nervous that mine wasn't going to work anymore, but it still works. So before we go any further, I almost forgot. I just wanted to raise a cup, everyone, and just cheers to episode 1.
Yes.
Holding off. Cheers, everybody.
Here, everyone. Here.
Oh man, I've been waiting to drink that for like 30 minutes.
H2O right there.
Oh my god!
Water
Yeah.
sucks. It really
It
sucks.
really sucks. Water sucks.
Oh man. Well, one thing about this podcast that will be kind of different from most podcasts, but also similar because I did rip the idea from another podcast, is we're going to kind of be doing more like segmented stuff as well. In between some of the stuff that we talk about. And it is honestly already time for our first segment, which is show and tell. And then and hopefully by episode 5, we'll have like a thing that kind of comes in and says some weird thing. And then there's like a screen in between.
Show and tell.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe like explosions.
Michael Bay Productions.
Maybe we'll get like the teacher from Jimmy Neutron, and we'll just dub over her, and then it'll explode.
Neutron.
Yeah, remember that. I need you to dub later on.
Do the voice,
No more voices.
And so
I
our
told
first,
you, my Marshall's voice is ready for you.
yeah, we're gonna be in the sound booth for sure, the recording booth. All of you. I know all of you can do voices, so I'll get you all at some point.
Yeah, I have a decent Sean Connery. That's about it.
Oh, do you know my husband was named after Sean Connery? Unfortunate now, but
Was he really?
Was it really?
yeah, he really was.
I did not know. Why is that? Wait, why is that unfortunate? Did something happen that I don't know about with Sean Connery?
Yeah.
What happened with Sean Connery before we get into the
Oh,
segment?
He's just a not nice man. He's
guy.
not a nice man.
He's MAGA.
It's
You can
just
say it.
I gotta Google it now.
Whoa,
He's
whoa.
Scottish. I don't think he gives a shit.
There's
No,
MAGA all over the world.
He is not nice to women.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I kind of,
Yeah.
I think we all
I
kind of
know.
had that feeling.
It's one of those things I fucking love. Well, I guess I don't love it. I don't remember the name of the movie. Hold on. Hold on. The one
Sean
where
Connery
he's
movie?
like, if you can't hit them with one bullet, don't hit them at all. That one.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a movie person.
He's with like Dracula's like wife and like shit and like.
Oh,
Van Helsing?
League of Extraordinary
Nemo.
Gentlemen.
Oh,
Yes, I love
Yeah,
that movie.
I fucking
Love
love
that
that movie. That's a
movie.
great movie.
Such
I
a
think I
fun
have
movie.
it back here somewhere. I think.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
you
knew
do,
too many
man.
quotes from that movie.
Was that
I-
on?
Yeah,
Was that on VHS or was that?
I
older?
think it was towards the tail end. I
Okay.
think it might be on
we
DVD.
had it on
It is
DVD.
pretty old
for
now,
sure.
yeah.
I thought that would have been a
Yeah.
DVD Blu-ray.
It was like
launch.
2005.
Not
I think
Blu-ray.
was kind of like when VHS ended.
Was switching
So,
over. I gotcha.
Okay.
And we
History
all
of
cried
Violence.
because we
History
couldn't
of Violence.
rewind the tape
last movie.
anymore.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm just fixing my
always
mic,
bad.
which is giving me.
Fucking scratches on disc and I can't watch a movie like
Mhm.
Anyway, the whole point of
Show
that
and
was to
tell.
go into. We're doing our first segment ever, which is going to be our show and tell segment. So I'll just ask: does anyone want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Because apparently all 4 of us have a show and tell. That might not always happen, but today it looks like we all came prepared.
I got plenty.
I can do mine because mine is just a tool as opposed to something from my collection.
That's mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be nice.
Start us off.
So, if anyone likes to collect recipes, then I go on TikTok and Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and eventually I'll start liking stuff. It's like, oh, a random recipe came up, and then more recipes will show, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I'll send them to myself to try out later. And then I have to scroll ridiculous amounts, and I'm just like, oh no. And sometimes you have to like go onto their links. You have to like go into the description to get a link. It goes to a page, and then the recipe that you want is like 5 pages down.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of work. So there is an app called Stash Cook, and it looks like there's a little red pot on it. there it goes, the little red pot.
Okay.
You literally just link the video and it'll generate the recipe for you automatically. You can do it from Facebook, you can do it from TikTok, you can do it from Instagram, and it saves it onto a little collection. And it does have ads, but they are not bothersome at all. And it's nice because, like, oh, I forgot what the video was like. It has a link to the video. Oh, what's the recipe? It's like this. What's the exact measurements for the ingredients? It has it like this. And it's nice because it'll automatically like find the recipe in their page, still give them the credit, and you get to save it somewhere. And it's all alphabetical. And so yeah, if you really like cooking random shit, you can save it like that instead of sending it to yourself and scrolling a ridiculous amount. So Stash Cook, I really like it. This is not an actual ad.
Right fucking now.
Why?
Yeah.
Can't see any of it, but
Why are you gatekeeping stuff like this? What the hell?
I just found out like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I have like 50 recipes right now because I went into like the backlog of me sending myself shit.
Hey, anybody from Stash Cook, if you're listening, sponsor us.
Yeah, give me the ad-free subscription. It doesn't matter. I'll still use you, but still.
Yeah, can you actually send that to Erica? Because I know she sends me tons of recipes, and then she saves them in like a folder on her Instagram, basically. So that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. For anyone who doesn't know, Erica is his wife.
Oh yeah, that's my wife.
My wife.
Also a controversial thing to say now.
Why? Oh, never mind.
Don't tell. Wait, hold on. This is gonna upset me. Don't tell me that what's his face is also a problematic human being now, is he?
He's back.
What do you mean he's back?
It's drama for later.
Okay.
Put a pin in it.
Right.
Put a pin in it. I will talk about it later.
Off camera talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm losing heroes left and right here. This is very upsetting.
Oh no. The devastation.
It's only episode 1.
Devastation podcast brought to you by Our Childhood Dreams.
Yeah.
Look at her back
There's
there.
more
Why you gotta mess with that?
No.
Anyway, all right. Next up, Jesse, why don't you go next? Tell us what do you bring to show and tell.
All right. So because I was one of those kids even when I was in elementary school. I brought 2 things. I apologize in advance. I could show off the one thing if you really want, if there's a problem with it. But I went for something big in my collection and something weird in my collection.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
So the something big in my collection, this is probably the biggest piece that I have right now, is, can you see that?
Ooh.
Signed VHS tape?
VHS tape. It's the first 5 episodes, I think 5, first 5 episodes of the original 87 Ninja Turtles cartoon series,
Nice.
signed by all 4 of the original voice actors.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, that cost me a
That's
pretty
excellent.
penny. And it was definitely one of
I can
those, I was at a convention, I saw that they were there, and it was in Connecticut, so I was like, oh, and I ran home. I literally drove home, grabbed this tape, and brought it back, and spent
Oh,
like
wow.
200-something bucks getting them all to autograph it.
Oh.
I was just gonna
and
ask
they-
if you could disclose how much you spent on it.
It was like $40 to $50 per
For
autograph.
signature.
Yeah.
How much was the tape?
Yeah, just about 40 to 50. $1.
That's what I thought.
Nice.
It's not like sealed or anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's but I had it in my collection anyway. I'm like, I have to find a good spot to put it. I'm like maybe 60% of the way through the entirety of the original Ninja Turtles cartoons on VHS.
Nice.
I've got 60% of the VHS tapes that were released out there.
Mm.
And I know that because I built a spreadsheet from scratch that has all of them.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Because I'm one of those people. Okay, so that was the big, and now I got the weird, and this is actually pretty interesting. This is movie adjacent. It is the Ruben Mamoulayne's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, starring Frederick March. So this is the original Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie. This is not a script.
Oh, okay.
This is from the Film Classic Library. It says here, presents the most accurate and complete reconstruction of a film in book form.
Oh.
Over 1,500 frames, blown up, shown sequentially, and coupled with the complete dialogue from the original soundtrack, allowing you to recapture this film classic in its entirety at your leisure. And so I'll jump in here a little bit, like partway through, and it is legitimately, I think the spine just broke. It is legitimately shot for shot the entire movie, and it's hard to tell, but the dialogue is actually underneath some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is 100% complete, like start to finish film, and the spine 100% just broke.
Where do you even find stuff like that?
Goodwill. Thrifting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah,
That's
look
cool,
at that. Wonderful little.
Oh
wonderful little
man.
Spine split right there.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's
It's
right.
yours. You weren't planning to resell it anyway.
No, it is, and it's ancient. I'm trying to see when it says. If it says when
you
it
might
was
be able
released,
to fix that too.
I might be able to. Whether or not I do is a different question. It's old enough where a book of this size was. Where was the price tag on it? Like $5.
Nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's the weird one. I have a couple things like this. I have like
Mhm.
the complete script for one of the James Bond movies.
Oh, nice.
And I think something from The Matrix also. So.
See, you tell me
Excellent.
stuff you find at Goodwill all the time that's so interesting, and every time I go into a Goodwill, it's just actual trash and garbage, like every single time.
Yeah, you
Huh.
underestimate how often I went when I was living up in Connecticut. It was COVID, like right after the shutdown ended and they started opening stores back up. I was in there like 3 days a week at least.
Yeah, I remember.
It was like a drive home. I was like, I'll kill a couple extra hours on the drive home. I'll stop at the 2 or 3 that are on the way. And so if I was feeling bored or if I had a little extra pocket money, I was just like, yeah, fuck it, let me go see what I can get. And found some really weird shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you don't do that
unique.
as much anymore, right?
The Goodwills down here kind of suck.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
ones
we
here,
I still go.
do.
Yeah.
the ones
like,
here in
oh,
Georgia
it's
also
different.
suck.
Way different. And like the best thrift stores I've noticed are the ones connected to churches down here.
Okay.
Because a lot of what it is, a lot more people donate to their churches down here than they do up north.
Gotcha.
Up north, a lot of people just go to Goodwill and just chuck it, But down there, there's a lot more church and churchgoers, and then a lot more people who want to push that stuff to those nonprofits, which is not a bad thing. I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, I just don't go to too many of those because my skin will burn.
Upsies. I did not realize that was a thing down here. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
I didn't mention this. I am also in the Florida area. OG from Chicago, though, and I have a very similar sentiment to Jesse about it. But,
I think yours is worse than his.
My area is a lot more boring.
I wouldn't even say that. It's mostly just because you have kids and I don't.
I am entertained inside the house, and I don't like the heat to this degree. This is too hot.
Yep.
Still.
Yep. I miss Georgia, but
dude. So
later.
A little background. This last month, and I'll go into this more when we talk about like our previous months, but like we have decided to like try and sell our house here in Georgia, and we're still staying in Georgia. But the second we decided, I remember Erica called her mom and was like, "Oh yeah, we're thinking about selling, and we're gonna try and upgrade or whatever." And she's like, "Oh, you're gonna move to Florida finally, right?" And she just looked at me and I was like, "Never, not in a billion years. Not even if you literally gave me a free house, like I would not move to Florida, dude. I'm sorry.
I'd rather die.
I can't do it. I can't live in that heat, dude. I would melt."
I said the same thing when I moved down here. I said the same thing.
It was a rough summer.
Yeah, but you can tan, Jesse. There's a big difference.
That's true. Which is okay. Can I just say how ironic that is, considering most of my heritage is Irish and Northern Italian, and you are literally what, half Puerto Rican?
Half, yeah.
Correct.
Half. Listen,
point out that right there.
What people don't understand about Puerto Ricans, and I've had to explain this a lot in my life because people judge the shit out of me, is we come in every shade of skin tone. Everything from as white as that door to as dark as this t-shirt. And I wish I was joking because I found Puerto Ricans who are whiter than me. And I have found Puerto Ricans who are as dark as midnight, my friend. Yeah. We are the skin color rainbow, if you were. We come in all shades.
Yep.
With a lot of different genes, too. I have natural blondes and redheads in my family.
Yeah, that's because the Spaniards came over and they mixed with the locals, and a lot of them were blonde, blue-eyed, and I mean, my mom even says we have like a great grandmother who was blonde and blue-eyed, and I'm like, how's that even possible? Yeah. And she's like, those damn Europeans came over here, you know what I mean? And they mixed.
The range is crazy because like my cousin has red hair, but then like on my side, my grandpa, his mother he claims full Taino, which is full native Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the range within a family can be crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at pictures of me as a kid, and it's literally like a blanket wall of all like, you know, dark-toned, dark-skinned kids, and then it's just me and my sister who are like high beams, like blaring at you at full auto. You know what I mean? Like it is whiter than white, and we haven't changed. Both of us can't tan, but my brother can. So lucky him, bastard. That's just how it goes. So next up for the show and tell. Mike, why don't you show us what you got?
Okay, so this is definitely a throwback, and one that you will definitely recognize as well, Matt, because you had to utilize it for a convention once.
Oh,
So it's a
shit.
Pikachu.
Okay.
It's one of the OG Pikachu plushies from like the late 90s. I don't know, like probably like 97, 98, something like that.
Chubby Pikachu.
Yeah, classic
Oh, yeah,
chunky
that's the OG
chew.
one. Absolutely.
Chubby Chew, yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, where
So, you know.
does he not have a tail?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, that's like
It's all stuck up on his butt.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So yeah, it
Back
curled
then
up,
they
you
used
know,
to
over the
sew
years
it
and stuff
so
like
that it
yeah.
wouldn't like flop around as much, yeah.
Yeah. So it's right over there. So
Man,
so I
that
got
is
this little
classic.
guy. Oh yeah. I have like I think Raichu, a Mewtwo, and like probably one other like somewhere like around the house somewhere. But yeah, so have that one, and like I mentioned earlier, quite a few years back, for one of the Anime Next, when Matt dressed up as Ash Ketchum,
Mm-hmm.
I lent it to him, because it was a perfect side piece obviously for that cosplay. So
Oh yeah, I remember
but yeah,
that.
still in good condition, thankfully, able to keep it kind of buried, so like kind of protects it, I guess, from the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember I used to dress up as, that was like my first ever cosplay technically, was Ash Ketchum. My mom helped me sew that together. And then I went to school senior year of high school as Ash, and all the kids got it. But like one of the teachers, my history teacher, was like, are you a pizza guy? And then some like two, and I was very shy back then. So I literally was like about to say like, no, I'm Ash Ketchum. And the kid 2 seats behind me, who was like our class clown, was like, you uncultured swine. He's obviously Ash Ketchum from Palatown. I was like, what? He got detention for that. But like literally
swine.
word for word, he said that. And I was like, oh, thank God he stood up for me, but he got detention for that.
What a good guy. Sacrifice.
Yeah, that kid was in detention like every other day. He never let up. Ultimate class clown. I can't remember his name though. I wonder if Josh remembers his name. I'd have to ask.
Find your old yearbook and see if you can pick him out from there.
Yeah, I got my yearbooks actually. Oh no, I put them away because we packed a bunch of shit. But yeah, I'd have to think on that. I probably could find him. He definitely should be in my yearbooks. But yeah, I did Ash for years and years, and then I don't know why I got a lot of shit for doing Ash at some conventions. Like just a lot of annoying people would come up to me and say shit, and so I just stopped cosplaying it after a while. Yeah, stuff like that.
Well, there was a lot of
Wait,
video
what
game
would they
versus
say? Like,
anime. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, they would just say things like, like Jesse just said. They're like, "Oh, you can't be having like facial hair dressing as Ash and shit like that." Cuz back then I stopped shaving for my cosplays too and stuff like that. So but one of the years Mike graciously lent me his Pikachu. I think that was the same year I bought Derpy Squirtle, isn't it?
Yes. Which is an amazing story, which we got to find the photo one day.
What do you mean find the photo? It's on Facebook.
That's true. Well, we have to look back in time, obviously. But
I thought that was gonna be your meme for later, but I'm surprised you didn't.
No. Well, I don't know, what kind of meme we were going for, So
anything,
just like whatever schooled online I found. But all right, I know for next time then.
Yeah, wait until November.
Perfect, exactly. It'll be a good follow from the plushie, that's for sure.
Yeah, I actually have for Pokemon plushies, I've got a good amount of plushies, but for Pokemon, I have a Squirtle. I got a Wartortle because those are hella hard to find a Wartortle. I found one at a convention. And then I got a Sleeping Squirtle. And I think that's it for Pokemon. I really want to get the Spheal plushie, the circular.
Spheal, yeah. Spheal.
Like that one, yeah.
Yeah. They make him like life size. He's like this fucking dude. He's like super round. And he looks exactly like the seals in Rhythm Heaven Fever, just so you know, Steph. Like, that's what he looks like. Just a Pokemon version of that. And he's so fat, so fluffy. I love that guy. One of my top 5. It's a shame he evolves into those hideous monsters, but it's fine.
Have you guys watched the new season of
The anime?
what's the name?
Pokemon?
Pokemon
Like
Resort.
Horizons, I think.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, the resort one. Okay.
No, I haven't watched it because our Netflix wasn't working. I got to just pay for Netflix because there's so many shows on there that me and Erica want to watch.
Hold on, I gotta
Concierge.
remember the name of this.
Pokemon
Concierge,
Concierge,
thank
yeah.
you. Pokemon Concierge. The second
Yeah.
season revolves quite heavily around Spheal's evolution.
Yeah, I want to watch it for obvious reasons.
I mean, it was good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's
All right,
cool,
and then
that's
to wrap up show and tell, I brought this guy. If anyone can recognize him, I don't know if anyone knows what this is.
Oh yeah, that's the dude. That's the big dude from the game that you play that I totally remember the name of.
Gears
This-
of War?
No, it's actually not Gears
No.
of War.
cool. Warhammer?
Not Gears of War. Doom?
It's not
Yeah.
Gears of War.
Warhammer?
I don't know if
It's
you can
Warhammer.
see this little symbol, Jesse.
Is that the whole? Wait, that's not.
So what this is I've never seen this franchise ever get merch, and I happened to go into a retro
Okay.
game store like 6 months ago, and they had this for, I want to say it was $7, and it's pretty good. It's pretty thick plastic. It is a StarCraft Space Marine, But-
StarCraft. Oh,
but he's got-
I see it
right.
now.
But he's got
He's got
Blizzard-
the Horde symbol.
yeah,
from
he's got
WoW.
Blizzard insignias like that, and he's got I think a Tyranid one back here. Not Tyranid, what are they called? The
That's a shrimp.
I could see
That's a
it.
shrimp.
I think it's like a Hydralisk thing, but basically, I don't know if you remember this, Jesse, but back in the day, they released one of the World of Warcraft expansions, and you could get this as a pet in the game. And so that's what I
Yes,
think this came
yeah.
from, some kind of special edition or something.
I believe it. Yeah, they did
Oh.
Diablo from Diablo and Diablo 2 also. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get
They've done a
Diablo
bunch of their
in
own stuff, yeah.
in World of Warcraft as well. And then what's funny about all of it is eventually they made like a Pokemon like thing in World of Warcraft where you could use
Oh,
your
the-
critters to
the
fight each
battle.
other.
The battle game. Yeah.
Yeah, and so people used to use Diablo, and he would win every time. He was a fucking monster. But every once in a while, I would see people with either him or a Zergling, because those were also in the
Zerglings are
game.
pretty Cool.
So yeah. So yeah, that's my little show and tell. I couldn't believe. I was like, is that a fucking Space Marine from StarCraft? And she's like, oh yeah, we got that a couple months back. And I was like, is it, you really only want $7 for it? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I'll take it.
She said, "I'll take
Yeah.
8."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But yeah, I couldn't believe how cheap they were going for that. And that store is awesome. I go there all the time. Actually, I went there this past weekend to pick up a game I bought online from them, and they're a little on the disorganized side. But I was flipping through their DS games, and I happened to pull out this Dragon Ball Z DS game, 3DS game,
Ooh.
and I looked at it because I thought there's a game, and I can't remember if it's on the 3DS or Game Boy Advance, that is a Dragon Ball Z game that is like an RPG, like a full-blown RPG that I've heard of. So I was like, oh, if it's that, maybe I'll pick it up. I don't think it was this one, but I flipped it over, and it said it was $130. And I was like, this
Fucking collector's prices, man.
shouldn't be on the shelf. Like, it normally they put all their stuff behind glass, all their expensive
Yeah.
stuff. Anything above
Yeah.
$25 they put behind glass. So I went up to the counter and I bought my thing, and then right before I left I was like, I gotta tell them because maybe it's a mistake.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, you guys have a really expensive game just sitting on the shelf over there. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, let me just pull it out for you. And so I handed it to her, and she looked at it, and she just gave me this face of like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And I was like, were you looking for this game or something? And she's like, yeah, someone bought it from them online, and they couldn't find it in the store. So they had to refund the guy
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
because they couldn't find it for like a week. And she was like, where the hell did you find it? And I was like, it's literally just sitting there with all the crappy DS games you have. Like legitimately.
He's like, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, like her and her husband who run the store were just like, I can't believe this was here. We couldn't
Oh.
find it forever.
That's
So-
crazy.
I know what story you're talking about now.
Yeah. I've brought Jesse and Steph to that store, so they know which one I'm
That's
talking
a
about.
pretty
But
chill story, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they're really nice people, and like they somehow, even though I don't go very often, they know me by face, like me and Erica. Like
Mhm.
every single time we go in there,
That's
they
because you do
they
big
remember me.
trades.
I do quite a big amount of trades. I always offload all my extras and all my bullshit onto them,
Mhm.
and they take it like 60% of the time. The only thing I can't get them to take is a goddamn amiibos, so I went to another store and got rid of them finally.
So many of
Mm.
those.
Yeah,
So
well,
many.
that's a long story, but yeah, I had a bunch of extra amiibos I was looking to offload, so yeah. I got rid of them finally.
Gotcha.
But
There you go.
Yeah.
but yeah, and so that would be like the segment of show and tell, and then hopefully in the future I can like cut it up into small segments and throw them on TikTok. That's kind of the goal with these segments, to get us a little bit more traction on the algorithms. But yeah,
You're gonna tell the people our strat?
Well, I'm telling you guys, I can always edit this out. But yeah, no, that is the strat.
Oh,
Y'all don't know anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, the editing process for me is going to be really simple. It's going to be like anytime there's like super dead air, I'm going to edit that out. But other than that, I think it's going to be mostly like raw footage, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of podcasting I like to watch. And so I think other people are going to also like to watch and listen to. So yeah, I think people they thrive on that realism. And honestly, I wish 100% that we could all just fly into one location and do it in person, because those are definitely better, but it's just not possible. So
Could you imagine the echo in that single room, though, that we wouldn't be able to figure out for at least 2 podcasts? Ugh.
Yeah. Why does it
Such
sound
technical
like
difficulties.
yeah. There's one podcast I follow that they always have technical difficulties, and they sit next to each other. So like when one guy gets too loud, it echoes every time. And they do it live. So sometimes on Twitch, they'll get people being like, "Oh, do you know you guys are echoing?" And they're like, "Fake fan." They don't recognize that we've been echoing for years.
Yeah, this is our thing, man.
When I was streaming on Twitch, I do have some content up. Kinder Chips, by the way, if y'all ever want to look that shit up.
We can put it in the link description if you want.
No. They can look it up if they want. It's such old
the
content.
influx
It's
of
just me
poor
cursing and
viewers.
screaming at a screen.
That's
Honest
good
to
content.
goodness. But no, it's just like, yeah, we would be streaming, and God, we would go like a whole hour into the stream, and we had it was very small, obviously, like it didn't go too many places, but we had 2 people who were always so faithful, just sitting there, and then a third person would come in and be like, "Hey, you got a slight echo." I was like, "Guys, you 2, why didn't you tell me?" It's just like, "Well, Steph, we're used to it." I was like, "How dare you? How dare you not tell me I must improve?"
I've been doing this
shit-
for how many years?
That's like every time. Okay, so me and Jesse used to stream on Twitch, on Nerd Crew, on twitch.tv/Nerd Crew, and that type of shit would happen to us. Yeah, all the time. Always got a plug. No shameless. And we would stream all the time. And actually, like Mike and Steph would come in once in a while and watch us and stuff. And every once in a while, like Mike would be sitting there watching our Pokemon content for like fucking 2 hours. And we'd get a random guy come in and be like, "Hey, you know someone's muted, right?" And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck? You've been watching this for 2 hours. Why didn't you say something?" And you're like, "Oh, I didn't recognize that he was muted." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, no, in my defense, as you remember, a lot of times we'd be like, "Well, I was at work, so I couldn't really
that's true.
100% listen to like every moment and stuff like that."
It'd be like there's
Like,
no
I, like,
game
in the
volume.
background.
Yeah, it'd be no game volume for the 3 hours. And then Mike would be like, "Oh, that's not how you wanted it to be. You wanted people to hear the music." And I'm like, yeah, dude. I mean, like, the fuck.
Respectfully, maybe he thought that they didn't have much to say, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes people get nervous.
That happens to the person we used to stream with, Tang, Silent Warlock. He still streams once in a while, but every time I always made it a point of trying to hop into his streams within the first like 10 minutes because I noticed he always had a mic issue where it would just be too low. So the game volume would be like blaring, and he would do such a great intro and I would barely hear it. So I'd always type in and be like, "Hey, check your volume," or whatever. Because one thing that people don't know about in the back end of streaming is like a lot of the times your computer volumes are all perfectly fine, but the game audio in the game audio settings is like defaulted to hella loud for some reason.
Yeah.
And so it's like assaulting your eardrums to the Twitch viewer, but to the streamer, it sounds fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you really don't know until you go live a lot of times. So like what I used to do every game before I'd go live, I'd dive into the settings, lower the master volume down to like 30 to 40% immediately, and then I would adjust it later if I needed. But he doesn't do that.
What I usually did was I would go onto Twitch, right, and I would turn the volume back on my own stream so I could hear myself, kind of like echo a little bit. And then that would give me an idea of like, okay, if I'd say something, I would hear myself speak, and then I would hear the music from the game, and that would kind of give me a rough idea of like where I was on the levels. Once you get the hang of OBS, it's a lot easier. You just basically keep everything in the yellow.
Yeah.
Everything in the yellow. You know?
That's what I try to do, but like my voice is naturally super low.
Yeah.
To the point where I don't think people realize this. When you meet someone who has a naturally low voice, it actually hurts to make yourself louder. That's something I think people don't realize. They're just like, just speak up, dumbass. It's like,
Speak
no,
louder,
it actually,
damn it.
Yeah, it actually will hurt my voice. Like after I like yell stuff, I can feel it like in my throat being like, oh yeah, I strained myself a little bit. And I don't know what that comes from. Just naturally low voices.
No, you gotta stretch your yelling muscles. That's all it is.
I just need to do more primal screaming.
Go yell. I'm just saying, go yell at some people. I get my practice in the car.
Windows up.
Windows up.
Same though.
Especially in Florida. Oh my
god. Speaking of that, honestly, I have a good story for this. It's a little bit of tangent, but Steph will appreciate this the most because she's driven through Georgia a lot. I was on a merge where it's like it here in Georgia they do this funny little dumb shit where they put a light at the entrance ramp. And it's a metering light. So what the light does, because Mike's not going to know what this is, it's two lights. It's two red lights and two lanes. And the light basically is red. And when people get up to it, it greens one, so they go, and then greens the next. Because people are so stupid and can't merge here, they force you to merge. They force you to zipper. Wow. But those aren't always on. And so I was in one of those where it wasn't on, so people were like, fighting me. And this lady, I was literally about to go in with my blinker. Everything's, copacetic, whatever. And this bitch will not let me in. Like she speeds up so hard. I was like, come on, lady. I just did a double. Like, just let me in, bro. And so she wouldn't let me in. I'm still trying to merge. She won't do it. So finally I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I just speed up because the guy in front of her was leaving just a tiny bit of room. So I was going to be aggressive and assholic about it. And so I tried to go around.
Do it, man.
I didn't quite make it. So the guy in the truck, he's in like a work truck. He kind of pulls up and I see him kind of like, mouthing at me. I rolled down my window, which I never do, by the way. I never roll the window down because I know that's how you get a bullet. And he rolls his window down, and I was like, word for it, I was like, I'm really sorry, dude. That fucking bitch behind you will not let me in. And he was like, oh, go ahead then. And he let me in front of him. And I was like, oh, thank God. And so I went in front. I waved, he waved. That's why. And then he went into the next lane, and someone cut him off hard. And all I saw was this through the window because I looked at the rearview mirror. He just goes like this. He just goes like.
Yeah.
I was dying. I was dying when I saw that.
Can I state something about you, Matt? Though.
Yeah, just say it. I know what you're trying to say.
Okay. It's so funny. It is the funniest shit that every now and then Matt would drive me home because me and my husband, we only had one car at the time. I'm saying it like we don't. We still only have one car. We don't need another one. But sometimes he'd have to go to a different location. So Matt would be super nice and drive me home. The first two times I was with Matt, kind of thought I was gonna. We were a little tight. I was like, "Hey, bro, really close to the guy in front of you. Good. Hey, you braking kind of late. You okay? Are you mad? Is everything okay?" He's just like, "Oh yeah, no." And so I just got used to that. I got used to that. I was like, okay, that is how Matt drives. And I told him, I was like, bro, if me and you met in the street, we would not be friends. I think you're such a dick.
If we met on the road, fuck you.
Dude. And then like we were having lunch one day, I'm talking about the way I drive. He's like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty much a defensive driver. He says, oh yeah, I'm a defensive driver too. And I laughed wholeheartedly with my soul. And he was like so offended because he was like, what do you mean? Why are you laughing? I was like, you're not. He's just like, what do you mean I'm not? I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I used the example that when you're driving behind a person, I was like, when you drive behind a person, Matt, you are very close to them. He's like, yeah, that's defensive driving because I don't give space for somebody could possibly go in and cause an accident. I was like, no, that is not the logic, sir.
Because here,
defensive driving, you don't care. You don't care if somebody goes wrong. You leave
driving in
space
Georgia,
that they can safely do it anyway.
To defend myself a little bit, driving in Georgia, driving in Florida, driving in New York, I learned how to drive a lot in New York. And the problem is, when you give someone in New York literally an inch, they will shove an entire tractor trailer in that bitch. Yeah. So it's like, that's why I just learned you just got to drive super close to people. But then to kind of finish off her story, like I did end up going home and I had like an existential crisis and I started really like out of body experience watching myself drive. And I came in the next morning. I remember this. Really it. And I looked at her and I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not a defensive driver. And she was like, wow, you came to the realization of that in 24 hours. And I was like, yeah, I really gave it some thought about what you said. And I'm not going to change the way I drive. I still have to be aggressive as fuck. But like, I came to the realization I'm not even going to front, man. I'm aggressive. I can't help it.
To your credit, you never caused an accident.
I think Mike can attest to this. I think Mike can attest to this from coming from the north and driving in like New York. A good defense is a great offense.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to drive
Absolutely.
offensively.
It is. It's so true, because if you don't get into that lane when you have to like merge, or you don't try to make a turn when there's a little bit like space available, then yeah, it's not going to happen. Especially between the boroughs themselves, or if you go like on crazy like ways like, let's say towards the GW, obviously going into Jersey, or
I fucking hate
yeah,
that.
like you have to go for it a lot of times, and you
'Cause
pray
you're-
like,
'cause
all
you're
right, let me make
cruising.
sure.
You're cruising in the left lane over here, but on the George Washington, your exit ramp is 4 lanes to the right, and it's
I
like
know.
10 feet after the end of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, let me just go across.
Oh yeah.
It's making me feel like
is-
we're all depressed in the city of Chicago. Because like we just accept it's just like this is a 30-mile-per-hour street and everybody's going 20.
I
Just
have
don't be here.
I have told my wife this many times that in the Northeast, especially like New Jersey and New York, the blinker is not a request.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Yeah.
people see the blinker and
We're
they're like,
coming
"Hey, I'm
through.
gonna let you know. Like, hey, can I get over? Can I get
Yeah.
over? I want to get over." No, for me, the blinker is like, "Hey, I'm getting over. You should
Yeah.
just know that."
Yeah, that's how it is here
It's like,
too in
here's a heads
Georgia.
up right now.
That's how it is here in Georgia. See, the way I describe Georgia to a lot of people is it's the ultimate clusterfuck of everything that's come to pass. So Atlanta is a hotspot for millennials to move to. So a lot of people moved
Yeah.
from New York, Connecticut, Jersey down here. So they brought
cheap
that
real
driving
estate.
style. It's like Avatar: Last Airbender. The Fire Nation brought their firebending down here, and then the people from Alabama, who are the slowest drivers known to manfucking kind, brought the waterbending over here. And then you got like airbenders from Florida coming up here. And then finally you have the natural earthbenders who were here all along. And those 4 elements combined make a clusterfuck of driving. And that's how Atlanta is. So if I see an Alabama plate, I know that guy's going at least 20 under the limit. At least. And if I see a Georgia plate, that Georgia plate could be a false flag. It could be an actual Georgian person, or it could be someone who moved here from New York, Connecticut, Jersey, Tennessee, Florida, wherever the fuck,
When we first moved to Atlanta, it was such a learning curve for me because in Chicago, everything is flat, everything is straight. It's like horizontal, vertical, or like, north, south, east, west, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking in Atlanta, it's a little curvy, little place. And I'm just like, okay, I can deal with that. Not a big deal. But then there's hills. There's literal like, oh, I want to go straight. But if I look to the left, there's a hill there, and it's like 60 miles per hour, and I wouldn't be able to see somebody coming until they're at the very like bottom part of the hill, and like I would have 2 seconds to notice that person and speed up. It's like it is so scary not being able to see a car coming down the road. That was something I had to get used to wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I actually just because we're looking to move, right? And we had pitched the idea of moving into a different part of Georgia where basically Erica would have to drive an hour and she would have to drive through Atlanta. And I kept telling her, like, are you sure you want to look in that area? Because I know there's a couple cheap houses out that way and it's kind of closer to where I work, but you're going to have to drive through Atlanta now. And I don't trust you driving through Atlanta because it's not for the faint of heart. Like it just isn't. It is hardcore. Everything is hardcore mode. It's like insta-death mode is on when you're driving through this fucking place. And it took me like 3 days of reminding her of all that for her to finally admit, like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't look at houses in that area anymore. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I told her if we move out there, you have to get another job. Because right now she works in an area that's so close to us that she just takes streets. That's perfect. No highway. That's the dream.
Yeah.
That's the best. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
the best.
That's
What
the
is
dream
the
for her.
highway that we would take? What's the name of that highway?
We took I-285, I think.
Okay, 285, and then it's 75. It turns into 75.
Yeah, for you had to take 75. I would keep staying to get to I-20. It like
Okay,
splits.
okay,
into
right,
like
right,
3
right.
different ways.
But it's 285. Okay, so there was a section of the 75 that went into the 285,
Yeah.
and it was annoying because in the morning, no one knows what direction they're trying to go in on that split. And the thing is that immediately after that split, there is a ditch that separates the 2 roads.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, once again, culture shock. I had never in my life seen a car crash every single fucking day until I moved to that state. But I also saw, and it was like during like it was a rainstorm, but it was like 6 in the morning, so it was a little dark. I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm fine. I'm driving. The car in front of me obviously missed this exit, had no idea. So I see him go off to the left, and I just see his car go vroom down.
Oh no!
And then I see blump, 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 and I was like, oh, like that man fell, and I'm just like, I gotta go to work.
I gotta go.
I was like, do I call somebody? I've never seen something like that in my life. I was scared that it was deep enough that there was like water and that he would drown, but it's not that dramatic because it was dark. I'd never like looked. I was like, that man fell into a lake and he's drowning. But in the daytime, it's not that deep of a ditch, but it's still a ditch. He definitely got stuck there.
Oh yeah.
And it was just
probably.
like, you just don't notice. And people miss their exits all the time. And Atlanta is very normal. I'm all the way in this lane. Oh, my exit's right there. Boom.
They brought that in from Jersey. That's called the Jersey Shuffle.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so long as it's done without a blinker.
Oh, it's done without a blinker, brother. Trust me.
Yeah. As long as it's done without a blinker, that's the Jersey Shuffle. Yeah.
EM.
That's the. I'm traveling, like I was saying. I'm traveling up the Garden State Parkway. I'm in the left lane. I'm cruising, and then all of a sudden I zone back in, and I'm like, shit, my exit's right there.
See, I forget.
Pop on over.
I forget Jesse is from New Jersey until he says shit like that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that's right. I forgot he grew up there.
Yeah. South well, okay, Central Jersey, but a lot of people will say it doesn't exist. So, mostly those people are from North Jersey.
Oh,
Different
man.
culture entirely.
Yeah,
I think we need to ring back here.
Driving is another animal here, but yeah.
Whole segment on
can be
driving.
crazy.
Listen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
True.
Especially, honestly, driving is probably gonna be brought up every fucking podcast. I almost guarantee you. It seems to be brought up every day in my life, to the point where at work I told them I'm gonna start bringing a Hot Wheels car so I can tell them all the dumb bullshit I deal with every day on the daily, just to say what's happening.
One of, like, an adult's daily problems, I think. Like, one of the things you experience the most once you start driving is how frustrating driving is because of other people. Just existing. Just because they exist, it's just awful. Yeah.
And the frustration of 4-way stop signs.
Yeah. We just need to invent teleporters and be done with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna introduce
I don't know if I trust people with flying cars.
I'm gonna introduce a timeout break. If anyone wants to grab a drink or go to the bathroom, I would suggest doing it now.
I'm gonna do both.
I will go check on my children.
Yeah.
There you go. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, for future reference, I won't always time out. I just figured I could tell. I think everyone needed to take a second.
That's cool. That's fine, man. No worries.
Excuse me.
I'm just chilling here anyway, so it's no worries. I'm just looking over stuff. That's all.
Checking like a Yankee score or something.
Yeah, no, they got fucked up today, unfortunately, in the playoffs. So it fucking sucks. They did. Today, honestly, was like a terrible day in New York sports in general. The Jets got trampled on. Giants fumbled up away a game that they should have won.
I thought you guys don't care about the New
Yankees.
Jersey Jets.
Well, the Jets I don't give a fuck about. That's Kevin's team. But the Giants are my team. But I loosely care about them. So them losing was kind of like whatever. It was just more frustrating because like they were doing so well in the first half, and then they just decided to like not catch the ball, not secure the ball. When they would run, they were like, "Oh, let me just let it slip through my hands," and let the other team cover it. Like, okay, just like dumb shit like that. Unfortunately, but
They just choose to suck today.
That's what it felt like, to be honest. I'm like listening to him, like, wow, like really, guys, like hitting like your receiver hands and it. So just dumb
it's probably
shit like that,
they just wanted to be in solidarity with the other New York teams because they were all sucking. They're like, you know what, guys, we can't do good. We got to suck too. I think. That's
those that are at least in MetLife, because the Bills are doing good, but they're Buffalo, so they're New York State, I guess. But like I said, that's whatever for the Giants. The Yankees got like fucking fucked up today, though. So that pissed me off. I was like, what the fuck? It was essentially over by like the third inning, or the fourth inning was even worse, actually. So yeah, they made like a little comeback towards the end, but they still lost. So now they're down 2-0 in a best-of-5 series. So they have to essentially win the next 3 in a row to advance to the next round. Otherwise, it's a wrap. So the next loss is over. So that fucking sucks. Yeah, so we'll see.
All right. Well, since most of us are back, except for Steph, and she's got the bear stand-in, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next segment, because this is what's going to be like in the future. Like if one person just has to get up because they either have to take care of the kids or they just want to grab a drink or use the toilet real quick, I don't want to have to pause the podcast all the time.
We'll move on. Yeah.
So we can just move on.
That's fair.
And our next topic basically is just kind of like what have you been up to recently anyway? So like what kind of games and stuff you've been playing? Because I feel like I haven't really. one of the reasons I made this podcast, and I told you guys this, was a pure excuse to force you guys to talk to me once a month, because I feel like if I don't do something, I just don't see you guys as often as I want. Like, ever since I stopped streaming, like, I haven't really hung with Jesse and Tang as much. Ever since I really haven't been playing too much Fortnite, I haven't really been able to hang out with you as much. And then with Steph, I haven't been playing as much. Yeah, I haven't been hanging out with Steph because I haven't really been playing Helldivers as much recently. But, so this is kind of an excuse also to catch up. So yeah, I mean, Mike, what have you been up to, man, the last, month or two? You could go over the whole year if you want, but I figured if you want to just stick to the last 2 months.
Well, I'll go over as of, I guess, just quick bullet points from the last few months, I guess, whatever. So, overall, I've been good. Can't complain. As you already know, Matt, busy with working, obviously, because that spends a lot of my time, especially being someplace that's 24/7 with the job. So keeping busy with that. When I'm not doing that, just trying to chill, game, obviously. As you, of course, know, and, probably others are aware of course, got the Switch 2 back on launch night, which was awesome. From Best Buy, had a much better experience than you did. So that was something right there.
It was something, all right.
Yours was something, mine and Kev's was nice and thankfully. I got out of work that night after midnight, headed straight to the Best Buy, picked up my Switch 2 and Mario Kart World, so that was good. Been playing that. In terms of what else I've been playing, kind of like how you mentioned, I've been playing Fortnite, especially with the season with Power Rangers. That was sick, especially controlling the Megazord. So that was definitely awesome.
Megazord was cool. I will say that was cool. But when someone else is in the Megazord, it's like everyone on the field is shitting bricks. You're shitting bricks, bro. You better run for cover.
Just, wreck you.
Wait, so is it like, so I just got to ask, because I don't play Fortnite. Somebody gets into the Megazord and everybody else is just still an on-foot human being?
Yes. And
That's
not somebody, some team. A full team
if
can get into the Megazord.
Though, yeah. If you're a team, you're all in there together.
That's still
One
crazy.
person will control the Zord itself, and those will control cannons and stuff. It's insane, but so cool though.
To be fair,
They should have made it like the show. Make one person control with the right leg, one person control the left leg.
It kind of is. It kind of is because one person does control the main body and stuff, and then the others control certain guns. So it kind of is like that. But generally, what it is the team gets in there, and then a giant alien bug spawns because they had a copy Helldivers, and so you're fighting the bug. And then after the bug is dead, you basically can just murder everyone else around you as well.
Yeah.
So
they couldn't do they couldn't just license out one of the villains from the series. They couldn't do Goldar.
They should. You know what they did? This for whatever reason, in this season, they had it was kind of like Helldivers, with the bugs and stuff like that. And then eventually the Power Rangers came through. But what's kind of cool though is when you get into the Megazord and the big bug comes out, the queen. You hear Rita saying make my monster grow. It's kind of cool. They kind of tie that in, yeah. So I've been playing that because like I said, that season was definitely awesome. Otherwise, finally on DK Bonanza. So I'm going extremely slow because I just started recently a couple of nights ago, but I'm super slow with it because I'm even actually going through the story. I'm just smashing the entire terrain because you can do so in the game.
Yeah.
So just testing
just leveling
that
the
out.
whole planet.
Basically,
pretty
yes.
much. I'm seeing how far I can go until I have nothing remaining to stand on. So I'm doing that, and then I didn't open it yet because I just got it recently, but I just picked up this.
Oh, you bought it?
I did, yeah. I'm a huge Mario fan.
Oh, Galaxy and Galaxy 2, nice.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised you bought it because I'm assuming you already have them on Wii, right?
So, well, not on the Wii, no. So I have the original. So believe it or not, I never owned Galaxy 2 because that was back when obviously I didn't have my own money to spend. So I had to kind of budget what I want to buy, what I didn't want to buy. Obviously, I'm okay, I can't buy everything for $50, obviously a pop. So I got the original one, and I did get Mario Galaxy on the 3D All Stars collection a few years back. But this one had Mario Galaxy 2, which I only played. I never owned it, so I'm all right, let me pick that up. So looking forward to that. But like I said, DK Bonanza first, because otherwise. That'll never get done.
Yeah, I fell off of Bonanza myself. I played it for 2-3 weeks maybe, and then I stopped because... Why did I stop? Oh, because I vowed to beat Hollow Knight, which I'll get into that when I get into my own month in review. But yeah, that's kind of why I stopped playing DK Bonanza. It's a cool game, and yeah, I'm disappointed that they already announced and released DLC. But other than that, it's a pretty cool game. Honestly, being the first Donkey Kong 3D Donkey Kong game since 64, it's a huge just improvement.
Step forward for it,
yeah, big step forward. The whole smashing everything is a little annoying, I will say, because I want to sit there for 4 hours and smash this planet to bits, but I'm also I can't sit here all day and do this shit. I got to move on. So, but there is hidden shit, so you kind of want to smack everything.
I know, that's the thing. Yeah, so at least for now. And then eventually I'm like, all right, let me just go on the story.
Is it just like stuff just hidden in like the middle of like a mountain essentially? And like if you don't
Or
smash your way all
underground
the
and
way
stuff?
through, you won't find it ever.
I will show you a trailer, I think, at some
Okay.
point. Or
I wouldn't say
Yeah,
like
we don't
super
do it right- you don't do it right
important
now,
stuff
but-
for like
Yeah.
the story, but like you can get like gold and like certain
Collectibles.
like things. Yeah, collectibles. Certain things are handy for like upgrades. I think on DK
Yeah.
and stuff to help out like either their strength or
Okay.
whatever. But it's not like necessarily 100% like needed to like collect every little thing like that at least. But I'm sure there's other like collectibles you have to get throughout the game. But those aren't like really the more necessity type ones, you know. So,
Okay.
but it's fun though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's pretty much been it. Like I said, just work, gaming, chilling when possible. I'm based in New York, so everyone knows, I'm a huge Yankees fan for baseball. So I went to the first round of the playoffs against the Red Sox. We beat them, so hell yeah. Though right now we're getting our asses kicked against Toronto, so we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, I'm doing good though. So that's been me for the last few, I guess, weeks and months, so to speak.
Nice.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Steph? What have you been up to the last like couple months?
Be a mom.
It is.
So, yeah, like I mentioned before, I had my first two little ones at the same time. So it's been a big transition. I mean, this year has been a big transition because I left Atlanta. I was living around no one but my husband, and now I live around my family. I had an apartment, now I have a home. I don't have the same job anymore. I'm part-time somewhere else, doing something completely different. Yeah, it's been a big transition of a year.
Mhm.
So the past few months, when it comes to like my hobbies and stuff, I haven't really been able to do as much as I'd like. Every now and then, Sean and I, my husband, will be irresponsible and we'll go on a board game spree and just be like, "Come on, we just need to get something. We just need to get our fix."
It's funny
But
too
we haven't
because
had
you
much
guys
time
are
to do all that.
you guys are super active people, and like I was curious how the transition is from like being crazy active, like going out constantly and like playing board games with friends and playing game stuff, to like now it's like I was wondering how you were integrating that into your life now with the kids. If you're able to still
I
kind
mean,
of
honest to goodness, they keep me so busy that it's like I don't have time to like miss it.
Mhm.
And it's like you appreciate them being here, you really do. Every now and then you gotta do the whole thing where it's just like, bro, I just need 3 hours. I want to get on Helldivers. I want to do a full set. But yeah, it hasn't been like it's been difficult, but like nothing that I feel regretful for. It's just like I am now like in my early 30s. I had all of my 20s to have fun, and it's not like I'm not gonna still have fun, but it's just like I've had enough fun where it's just like, okay, I can take a few years to be the responsible one. And then when they're a little more grown, I bring them into the fun. Like right now, I can't
Yeah.
take them out for midnight ice cream, but like maybe at the age of 5, I'm gonna be stupid with them. We're just like, hey, let's go get ice cream, kids.
You are currently developing a full squad for Helldivers.
That's
too,
what
I'm
I'm
just gonna say.
saying. Nah,
You got a
Nah,
full
it's-
4 right there.
I think
It's
the
funny
hardest
'cause at
part is
some
getting
point-
Sean to play with the three of of you.
no, so too true. He's a solo gamer, so
Mm.
that's like a thing. Oh, but we are playing Ghost of Yote right
Feel
now.
Let's go.
You've been like
We
it.
got it. We actually got it in on Wednesday, and we're able
Oh.
to download and start playing on Wednesday
Nice.
because
Nice.
I don't remember where we pre-ordered it with, but yeah, it just sent us to it earlier. We're just like, oh, can we play this? And it gave us the day 1 patch download, and I was like, okay, we can start playing. Fudge it.
Nice. I also
we haven't
picked up
gotten
Ghost of
far.
Yote.
We haven't gotten far at all, but yeah, we're really enjoying it so far.
Nice.
I
Nice.
know that there's some controversy with the. I don't know about all the controversies because I'm on YouTube too much. It's like one thing about having kids, like you don't slow down on the media you consume because it can just be on in the background.
Yeah.
But there's some controversy with the main voice actress.
Eric
but-
Aishi?
Yeah. Basically,
Really?
she said, yeah, it's just it had to do with the. This is gonna date this podcast. She had comments about the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were like, boycott the game, and it's just like I will never boycott a game against one person
Yeah.
when there was an entire team of people who worked
yeah.
on this.
There's so
just
many
like-
people involved.
I cannot fathom doing that. I apologize.
Yeah.
And Ghost of Yote has been very, very fun. So, yeah, I was like, so we're working through that right now, and that's like the big thing where it's like we have a moment. We have one child asleep on one lap and another child asleep on the other lap. It's like, okay, pull up the controller and just do it.
From what I've understood from people that I follow who have kids and are still like in like they do like YouTube, so like it's a little bit different. But people always ask them like, how do you get any gaming in if you're also doing like podcasts or YouTubing and stuff? And everyone I've ever heard usually says like basically handheld gaming is like the way to go, because they're like, one, you bring that thing into the bathroom and you get a good 10-minute session there, and then two, you can just like, obviously you have two kids, so it's a little harder, but if you have one, it's kind of like, you put them down and then you like can play handheld, and then if you gotta go over there and pick them up or whatever, it's just a handheld, you just put it to the side, you don't have to block like TV access for them. If they're watching TV, you just kind of sit on the couch and sit in the background. So I guess that's my advice to you. That's from what I've heard, is like get some handheld gaming in. Get a DS.
I have my Switch Lite and all that kind of stuff. I have games that I have for it that I haven't played yet. But I don't know. I'm also very hands-on with them. Like I feel like I just got out of the survival mode where it's just like, what do you need? What do you need? Oh, what's going on? I don't know what to do. I feel like I finally got out of that, and I'm just like, okay, feed them, playtime. Hey, you yawned. It's time to wrap you up and put you for a nap.
Yeah,
and then in between that time, between that time, it's like, oh, I can do all the stuff that I want to do. Where it's just like, okay, I'll wash the bottles, I'll pump milk, and then it's just like, and like one match of Overwatch. Okay, somebody's crying. We're gonna cut that.
Right.
Like 5 seconds on Kingdom Hearts. Maybe I can beat Beast with the fucking clock going, please, master, please control yourself. Like, I've played that fucking level so many times because I haven't been able to beat it. Like, it's so quick, it's so easy to beat, but they just keep interrupting me, so I have not gotten past that fucking scene. But yeah, it's you figure it out.
It's what pause screens were invented for.
Yeah.
No, you don't get back to them. You don't get back to the game. When they wake up, they're just like, hey, it's me now. I'm like, it's you now, kid.
That's the cool thing about new systems, new consoles like Xbox Series and PlayStation 5s, and even the Switch. Like, you could put those shits in sleep mode and start them back up tomorrow.
That's true. Yeah.
Dude, okay, so I will say, weird thing that's been happening in my home where it's just like the PS5 keeps randomly going into rest mode. It's random. I'm thinking like there's some kind of power like insufficiency or flux in the actual like fucking socket. As we've changed out the power cord for the PlayStation and it's still doing it. So it has to be the socket. But we were playing Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
We were playing Ghost of Yote, and like legit, I had just finished the fight and there was no save thing yet, and it turned off. I'm like, I have to do this fucking fight again. I turned it back on. It was finishing the cutscene.
Nice.
And I was like, it was seamless. I was like, yo, that's cool.
Yeah.
The power that we have now.
It's like a save state in an emulator, essentially. Like wherever it went into rest mode, it just stops right there.
Yeah.
Pauses everything in that memory state and then just returns when you're done.
I mean, I remember, 7-8 years ago now, when they announced that feature, I was like, seamlessly go back into the game. What is this magic? Because I'm so used to like games like the GameCube or like the N64, you accidentally tap the table and the whole freezes and you're like, oh, I gotta redo like 6 hours of gameplay because of that shit, because I moved the cartridge like 1 millimeter. Or worse, the Xbox 360, you accidentally move it, like you shift it to the left and it just burns a hole in your disc. That was annoying.
So I've had that happen. I've had a younger cousin of mine knock over my 360. That's when I started laying them on their sides, like almost permanently. It was when like I was playing a game, he walked over and he like bumped into it and knocked it over, and I got a nice little ring in my copy of Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oof, it's a rough one to get it in.
Yeah, and I was really upset about that. But the biggest problem that I had was the touch sensitivity for the 360.
What do you mean?
That power button? On the power button.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not a button. It's just touch.
Yeah.
It's just a touch button.
Yeah.
And so, like, my cat would walk past it, and his tail would just shut it off every time. Every goddamn time.
Yeah.
I forgot
Drove
about
me
that.
nuts. Yeah.
You sure it's not a button? I thought it was a button.
No, your like
it's
finger
touch-
floats over it.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
touch
It's
sense, I
it's a
think, yeah.
capacitive touch sensor.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it is a button. It just doesn't press. I think you
Yeah.
can
Right.
press it, but if you push hard enough, I don't know. But you don't need to. Is the point, and that's the upsetting part. You don't need. Same thing with the disc tray button. That is just a like swipe your finger over it and it opens.
Really? Why am I not
Yeah.
remembering this about the 360?
Yeah, you know,
You
not
sure?
a great idea in my opinion.
Did you
to make
commonly play?
sensitive buttons?
Me? I used to play 360 all the time. Gears of War, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah. What? Oh, let's slap myself for that.
Like, I am a big Nintendo person now, but growing up, it was like Nintendo until 360 came out, and then I was 360 for like a decade. And then when the Xbox One came out, I was like, that system's whack as fuck, and I got a PlayStation 3. And then PS3 was very disappointing, and then I went to PC gaming, and then I bought the PC, I built it, and I bought a DS, and then a month later they announced the Nintendo Switch, and I was like, I'm going to get rid of my DS. And then I got the Switch, which I still regret getting rid of the DS because I did end up buying a new one like last year, I think, or this year. Was it this year?
It was this year, and you had a struggle.
This year.
Yeah, it was this year. I fought to get that damn DS. And nowadays, I feel like I find them all over the fucking place, by the way. But
It was
When-
literally a
when
week
you're not
later.
looking
yeah, like, so I'm starting that little collection too of 3DS games. But yeah. What have you been up to in the past couple months, Jesse?
Oh boy, work, like 90% of my time. So I was gonna ask, Mike. So you said you also have like a 24/7 job.
Yeah, it
I
can
don't
be.
think I
Yeah.
know what you do. What do you do?
So I'm on the phones at the hospital. In the
Like
Yeah.
triage.
Not triage itself, thankfully, but
No,
more like
okay.
telecoms itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
not
so
like
I
directly
get
like the
that.
belly of the beast, but yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has been my life. Working kind of random shifts here and there. You know, like last week I worked I think 2 third shifts. One was for training on Super Nintendo World, safety training for Super Nintendo World. And the other one was training for Burke, Isla Burke. I work at Epic Universe. I'm gonna dox myself a little bit on
I was
that one.
saying, spoil it,
Yeah.
do it.
I work at Epic Universe in an engineering adjacent position. So our 90% of the work that gets done when the park closes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can't do anything while the park is open. If the ride, unless the ride is not running, which has been Stardust recently, and I won't go into too much on that. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this actually.
Only from you that it's been malfunctioning.
So it's been all
Oh.
over the news down here in
Right.
Florida.
I did hear
but
about that.
there was an incident on Stardust on the new roller coaster. And
That's the one that almost made myself, right?
Yes,
In
that
fact, you
is
did
the
yourself
one.
and you forgot.
Yes, that is the one.
It went so fast
which
it
is
just
crazy
zoomed right
considering
out.
It's really not that bad. For
Dude,
a coaster.
it's just because that jolt. You're like sitting there. I literally waved at someone, and then it went, and my hand just went boom.
Yeah. So the
whoosh.
second launch gets everybody, and that's my favorite part about that.
Oh,
whole
that was
ride,
the
'cause you're,
first
like,
launch for me.
Oh, was it? Okay. Because you do the first launch and you're doing the ride, and then all of a sudden it comes into like a straightaway,
Mhm.
and then it's just like you're already kind of moving into the straightaway, and then it just picks up speed again
Yeah.
and launches you straight up into a fucking hump.
No, it was
but
first
that's
for
like
me because
that's
I learned
like
my
the
lesson.
crossover hump where they like but yeah, so the work has been a little nuts because of that incident, and we had state inspectors come out to the ride, and some third-party engineering firms come out and just confirm that everything was good. I'm not going to say much more than that because we do want to post this, and I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk to our PR department first, so
Right.
Yeah.
You do not have
but,
pre-approval for this.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's been most of my life up to this point. We had some issues with the cats over the last 2 months.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your actual cats. I'm sorry. I
Yes.
thought it had to do with Epic Universe. I was like, where are the cats in Epic Universe?
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
They're in Harry Potter worlds. They're mechanical.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, where are the
Mechanical cats.
They hang out in the sewers.
Sorry.
Right. No, that's okay. But yeah, we had some issues with the cats. Well, we had with one of the cats over the last 2 months.
Poor
That was
baby.
crazy. I know, but he's doing fantastic now.
Yay, that's so good to hear.
He's chasing the other cat around the house all the time, and he's getting in all sorts of shit. So it's been good. That's been like 90% of my life. I have been, Matt, you'll like this. I have been trying to reopen the booth.
Oh, officially.
The Nerd Bazaar booth, yeah.
So a little backstory on the whole reason Nerd Crew exists, okay? And not to cut you off too hard, but like
no, you're good. You're good.
I should have probably mentioned this at the beginning of the podcast. Like the reason I chose a lot of you guys is because you all unknowingly don't realize that you've all been a huge part of Nerd Crew. So like back when I started this channel, I started it because Mike was the one who convinced me to do streaming. I don't know if he remembers that, but we had talked about it.
We discussed it. Yeah.
Yeah, we had talked about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should try this thing out. It's streaming. It's so much fun, and like you've got a good personality for it. I think we'd have a lot of fun if we did it together." Blah blah. And then of course his mother never got anything to start streaming with me, but he's the one who kind of pushed me to start Nerd Crew. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'll do a group channel, invite all my friends." I invited like 10 people, and then I got dwindled down to 4. Then we launched, and then we got dwindled down to 3, and then we added another afterward. So it was like very influx. But Mike is really the reason why this all started. He's the one who convinced me to start. And then the name Nerd Crew, spelled with 3's instead of E's, is because of Jesse's old
well, it started as my cosplay page was Nerd Design Studio or Nerd Cosplay.
Oh.
And then that pushed to Nerd Design Studio when I started trying to actually make stuff to sell online. Which ultimately ended up, as Matt was going to get to, into Nerd Bazaar, which was a convention booth for selling merchandise.
Yeah, which I joined him on. I used to make custom Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. I lost a decent amount of money on that venture, but it was fun. I think I calculated I lost about $400-ish on that, which is not bad. Which is not bad compared to the fact that, I had to buy Joy-Cons. They're like $70 a pair.
Right.
Yeah.
And I bought like 12 of them. And I had to buy the parts, which were like $20 a piece. And then I had to buy Pro Controllers, which at the time I got them on sale. So I got them at like $40 a piece. And then I had to buy their parts, which was another $20 a piece. I had to build it all. And then we ended up going to 3 conventions to sell. So like the add-on cost of the convention overhead, which was cheaper, thankfully, because Jesse had half the booth. And then actually the first convention, we had another friend who had a third of it, so it was split even thinner.
Well, that was the first time, that we had ever done it, was when Jenny was running her plushie booth.
Yeah. I actually have one of the plushies over here still.
Nice.
We bought one of her Splatoon plushies that she custom makes. And but yeah, no, it was an adventure, and I did enjoy it. It's just, unfortunately, I didn't market very well. And also the product I thought was going to make me my money was the product no one wanted to buy because it required them to do the work themselves. And I didn't realize people weren't going to, what's the right wording? I didn't realize people were going to be too scared to open up their Pro Controllers, because the main money I was going to make was off the custom shells I painted. That was where all my profit margins were. Everything else was very low profit, but that was going to be where I made like almost 100+ profit. It was literally going to be, it's like the shell, it's extra garbage that I was going to charge, I think $25 for. So it's just $25 almost straight profit. And, but then no one bought them. And then when I would ask people like, hey, just out of curiosity, what's your thought on these? A lot of them were like, oh, they're super cool, but if they were already built, I'd buy them. But the fact that they're not is the reason why I don't want to take the risk. And I'm like, yeah, but they're really easy to open and do, right? And he was like, yeah, but
people don't like DIY if that's not their thing. Yeah.
And I thought at a convention, people would be more apt for it, especially because we went to a gaming convention. I thought I would sell the most because people would do stuff like that. But yeah, no, people just wanted the already pre-made stuff, which made me the least amount of profit margin. So I think I lost about $450 maybe in total.
I'm sorry about that. I made some pretty consistent money when we were doing that. So it was kind of nice. And I do want to start it back up again. So if either of you, which I will throw this out, if either of you guys have any crafts that you like to do but don't want to go through the hassle of running a booth, shoot me a message. That was kind of the original point of the booth. Nerd Bazaar was supposed to be like a bazaar, like a kind of like
Whole
a
bunch of
find
items.
a find anything kind of place, you know. And the
Almost
the
like the
idea,
neighborhood craft market.
yeah. So the idea that I had behind it was that I would make and sell my own stuff, which I did. And then other crafters who wanted to make and sell their own stuff at conventions would be able to put their items on or in my booth to sell. And like, I mean, it would be like a marginal cut of like 10% or something like that, you know. I never really got to that point though, because COVID hit and then all the conventions shut down and I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
So I've decided like I think it's time. I was going to try and go for this week. There was a craft fair in Orlando, just outside of Orlando, that I was going to go to. It was like a 4-hour fair, literally one night for 4 hours. I paid the $25 for a table, and then I got screwed by the company that manufactures the parts for my laser cutter.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not gonna have any merch done in time. At least not enough to fill a table.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
It sucks.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I was going to branch out after that, for the record, and do other products. That's where the amiibos came in, I mentioned earlier. I was going to do custom painted amiibos, because I noticed there wasn't a lot of people doing it at the time, and it didn't seem very hard as someone who does miniature painting as a hobby. I was like, yeah, it could be pretty easy to do. And then I just never really figured it out and stuff. And then, like you said, COVID hit, and I just kind of shelved it. And luckily, I didn't lose too much money on that, because I only bought probably a handful of amiibos, maybe like 10. Yeah. And I bought them all on like Facebook Marketplace for like $1 a piece. So I really lost like no money on that part, at least. But it was the controllers. Yeah, I lost some money. I mean, that's business. Sometimes you're going to lose. So like I was kind of going into it not expecting huge profits, and I didn't get any profit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, you live and learn.
And that's the thing, you know, like when I first started doing it, like the first thing that I was selling, aside from those Pokeballs, which were like the most profitable thing I've ever sold, by the way, were the Pazak decks, the card game. I don't know if you guys have played KOTOR? Star Wars.
No, I heard about it from Matt when he told me of your bazaar before.
Yeah, so there's like a mini game in there, a card game called Pazak. It's almost like Gwent in The Witcher, that whole concept, you know, just a mini game inside the game. And I decided to like go through the motions. I printed my entire like my own set for it and everything like that, and I started selling it. Don't tell Disney. But like I think I profited maybe $10 a deck, and they were selling for like almost $60.
Yeah.
And that was just because the amount that I purchased, like I couldn't buy like in that kind of bulk, you know. So it was costing me like $30 to $40 a deck, and then I had to sell them for something that I thought somebody would want to spend. That's already expensive for a card game. You know, $50-$60, but I did sell out, which was great. You know,
yeah, a lot of nerds came through on that first convention and was like, "Oh, this is really cool."
Surprising
and
amount.
They bought them in a lot, especially because that first booth we were kind of stuck, kind of way in the back. I felt like, and so I was surprised at the amount of stuff you sold was very surprising me, because like Jenny's part of the booth, I felt like she sold almost nothing. She didn't make a lot. She actually wanted us to join her because she was like, I don't have to make as much merch if you guys join on. So she only made I think like 12 to 15 plushies. She ended up selling like 10 of them. Yeah. She made a bunch of bath bombs that barely sold, and then she made those custom like heatable thingies that she barely sold as well. But she still made a profit just from selling the stuffies.
But she was very low overhead. Like she was undercharging, I think, for a lot of those plushies too, which was crazy.
Yeah. I think she was charging like 25, and the things are massive.
Like for big plushies for $25. Yeah.
They were like sushi plushies, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, she was charging like 20
stuff on them,
$25 per one, and at the time most people were charging at least 35. Nowadays it'd be like 45 to 50 for a plushie that size. So So yeah, people would go in, they'd look at it, be cute, they'd be like, "Oh, how much is it?" And we'd be like, $25, and they'd be like, "Oh, fucking sold." And they'd slap that money in my hand so fast.
Yeah. But yeah, the card games sold a lot better than I expected. Just not enough. Like I had to buy like 20 or 30 at a time with the amount of money that I wanted to invest in it. Without worrying about like, okay, so I just spent $1,000 and now I've got to try and offload all of these games.
Yeah.
The Pokeballs on the other side, on the other hand, they cost me like $4 maybe to make total.
That
I don't know if
right.
I ever showed you guys these. But they were Pokeballs, and when you'd open them up, they were Switch cartridge holders. So you could
That's
put
very
like
cool.
you could put like 8 Switch games in there.
Nice.
And I built like a little magnetic stand that you could have it so you could sit it on your like entertainment center or whatever. And those sold. I think I did like $20 a pop for those, at like $3 or $4 to manufacture.
It's a great profit margin.
And like when if Matt were here, he could attest to this. The first convention that we went to, the one with Jenny's booth, I brought
I could hear you.
I don't know, 15 or 20 of them, I think.
It was
and
about.
I sold out on the.
It was like 25, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it was like 25
at the first booth, I sold out in the first day. I sold out on Friday.
Wow.
Which was nuts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
and I didn't sell anything until the last day.
Yeah.
All my Joy-Cons. Part of it was my own fault because I was stubborn. I made Joy-Cons with the different colors and the different clear coats, but I didn't want to separate them. I was like, if you're going to buy green, you have to buy both. And so on Saturday, one kid was like, but I want a green and a blue one. And I was like, sorry, man, I don't want to separate them, whatever. And he was the only one. He was like, fine, I'll just take 2 pairs. These pairs were $120 a pair, and he bought 2. So I felt bad. And then after him, this girl had come up to me and was like, I really want to separate because I want a pink one and a something else, I think green. And finally, after she was like the 8th person to ask me, I was like, you know what? I got to sell these fucking things. So I was like, I'll separate them, fine. And so she's like, oh, okay, awesome. And so she bought them. And then she came back on Sunday with 4 of her friends, and they all bought a pair. So it was like, that saved my ass at that convention.
Yeah.
Was that one girl and that one guy. The guy who bought 2 pairs and the girl who brought her friends over. Like, saved my ass.
You better hope that first guy never hears this podcast.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Right. Motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's because she's a girl, isn't it?
Well, it's because he asked me on like
you were
Friday.
like kind of stubborn on keeping them like that though.
Yeah,
because that's a big thing for the Joy-Con. Like even me, like I bought like some like pre-owned ones on eBay at times just to mix and match them. Like that was a big thing, you know?
Yeah.
I was nervous about it because I was like, I was stupid and I thought that like maybe someone's gonna be like, well, I really want a left pink one, but you only have a right pink one left. So what the fuck, bro? Like I was just
imagine.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
What
Damn.
She like rocketed over. Like I don't know if you could hear that, but it was like a loud bang was her just running into the fucking thing.
I saw it move.
Look at she's having the zoomies, I think. Oh yeah. She's got the zoomies. But yeah, it was a crazy experience. I would definitely try it again, but I would need to get a better product basically next time.
Yeah.
I would have to think of a better product, and I'm just not creative enough for that. So we'll see.
There's always something, man. Always something.
I've always said too, and this is going on a whole nother tangent, but there's other hobbies that I've wanted to get into, and if I could get into those hobbies specifically, then I would try it. But until then, I'm out. I can't lose another $400.
Fair enough. That's fair.
So let's go to the last piece. Matt, how's your last couple months been?
Yeah, I mean, my last couple of months has been basically, surprisingly enough, when a lot of people come up with podcasts, you watch their first episodes, and they'll say shit like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to do this for like 10 years, and I just couldn't get the people together, yada yada. Honestly, this has been created in the last like month. Like honestly, the thought of doing a podcast wasn't even a conception until maybe like early August. And then I remember thinking about it and like, you know what, maybe that'd be a good idea. I should pitch it to Steph and Jesse to get your guys' opinion on it if you even thought it was a good idea, and then also to invite you to be on it as well. Because I don't think I actually finished my my statement. Part of the reason why I said all of you guys were involved in it is because when I used to stream heavily on Nerd Crew, I would go to work the next day, and Steph was like the best person to give me notes on stuff. She'd always be like, you could fix this, you could fix that. she'd be like, oh, this is a good idea. You guys should try this. When we did the Nuzlocke, she was always like, it was like episodic. She was like, oh, you guys are streaming tonight, right? The Nuzlocke? Hell yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to watch it. Like, she was like almost like one of our number one fans with that stuff. And so that's why I consider you like a big part of Nerd Crew, because like you kind of were always there for me whenever I needed to bitch about certain things, as well as someone to help me through ideas that I would bring onto the channel and be like, oh, I was thinking this originally, but after talking to Steph, I think this idea she had is better. So then we'd like morph the stream to be more like that. So that's to finish that little tangent that I forgot to finish earlier. But yeah, the last month
I was confused.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, wait, I don't think I ever answered the full question, but yeah. And then obviously Jesse's a big part of Nerd Crew because he's fucking streaming with me day one.
No. I don't try very hard.
And I whooped his ass in Nuzlocke 3 times in a row, so that's a big
Shut
part
the
of
fuck up. Listen.
That
Listen,
poor Chimchar.
That fucking tentacle. That Chimchar just I R.I.P. Chimchar. And then the
Press
fucking
F for
tentacle.
respects.
I will never.
The tentacle
never,
family
tentacle.
hates you, bro. I don't know what
I will
is
never
their deal.
forgive the tentacle as a species ever again.
Oh man, I need to get a
Never.
giant. I'm planning on trying to go to Japan next year, and they say the Pokemon Center has every Pokemon in it. I'm getting a Tentacool and a Tentacruel to gift to you. Just be aware.
I'm gonna burn them.
No. You can't burn them, and they have to be in your background.
burn
I
them.
see an empty wall space right there. I expect them on that wall.
No, that's not gonna be empty for long. Listen, I have 0 wall space left. Okay?
Hang them from the ceiling. They float, bro.
Oh damn.
But yeah, my last 2 months have kind of been building this. I wish I could have put more time into the first episode of the podcast, but we also, my wife and I also decided to sell our house, and that's taken up a lot of our time. I mean, even the backdrop here is a lot emptier than it normally is because part of the deal is to stage the house, and by doing that, you basically have to pack a lot of your extra shit. And the lady who came to like give us advice on how to stage was like, oh yeah, I should clear up this top shelf, clear this. And I'm like, yeah, we'll see about that, lady. So like we did what we could.
Yeah.
And you can actually see the pictures online now. I should send you guys a link.
Ooh.
Like we have packed up seriously like 60% of our shit, but me and Erica are both hardcore collectors of shit. And so like we just have tons of stuff. And now we have tons of stuff in the shed and under the beds because like it's just we found these cool little totes that are made of cloth that you could slide under the bed, and we just put all of our like collectibles and stuff I didn't want to put in the shed, like books and stuff. But like even our manga collection, we packed like half of them, and we still have full shelves because we used to tier up. So we just got rid of the back tier and stuff.
Wow, gotcha.
So that's taken up a lot of my time.
I gave you so many egg cartons for that.
I know. Yeah, I ended up tossing them because there's just nothing we could do with them. I was like, we could always get new ones if we need them.
He was telling me, oh, I need a way to like lift my second like back part of the manga because he had the manga back to back, and I was like, oh, egg carton thing? Yeah, sure, I'll bring you eggs. So I brought him egg cartons for like 2 months.
Because me and Erica don't eat eggs, so I was like, I can't eat them fast enough. And then she's like, bro, I throw out one a week. You should have just told me.
Yeah.
And
I got so many.
I go through so many eggs. I love eggs.
And then
I use them for everything.
I could kick myself too because I
That is
threw them
true.
away, and the next day I went online and I saw on like the local Facebook page, some lady was like, oh, looking for empty egg cartons because I like to give free eggs away, the chickens I have in my backyard. And I was like, God damn it, I just threw them away and I'm not digging them out of the trash. But yeah, so the last month has been mostly that. In terms of gaming and stuff, October's really rough for me because there's like 4 different games I desperately want to play this month, but I promised myself years ago after I bought the physical for Hollow Knight on the Switch that when Silksong was announced, I would start playing the first game, thinking I'd have like a month between announcement date and release date. Well, then Team Cherry was like, hey, coming out next week. And I was like, uh-oh. So I was like, I can't beat it in a week. It's a Souls-like game, and you guys know your boy sucks at video games. So there's no way I'm going to beat a Souls-like game in a fucking week. So I was like, all right, it's fine. The physical's not coming out for a few months, so I'm just going to play Hollow Knight casually and hopefully beat it by the time Ghost of Yote comes out. And guess what? I still have not beaten that game because that game is hard as fuck. Holy shit, that game is so damn hard, dude. Oh my god. People who watch this, if you know anything about Hollow Knight, the third Hornet fight, basically just stalled me for like a week and a half. Like I lost so much time to that bitch. I could not get through her. I was like struggling. My coworker is really into the game and the lore and stuff, and he was trying to coach me and like kind of root for me. Actually, he was kind of, it was really sweet. He was like, "You could do it, man. Don't give up. Like fuck Ghost Yote. Don't worry about it. You could play that game later." And I was just like, "Nah, man. I don't think I could beat this game." I almost rage quit last night. I almost crashed out. There was a night I almost crashed out. She beat me like 18 times in a row, and I was like, "This is it. This is how I lose my Switch 2, by throwing it into a wall. This is how it happens." Mike knows the old school rage. That was flowing.
Yes.
Ooh.
The college days rage. We'll put it that way.
The college rage.
Oh
It
yes.
was rough, dude. I was struggling through Hollow Knight, and I did so well because the first like 5 or 6 bosses I fought, it was either I beat them on first attempt or second attempt. So I was like, okay, this game is doable. It feels doable. And then I got to like the second Hornet fight, and I was like, okay, this is impossible. And then I started being like my coworker was like, just go explore, dude. Stop trying to fight her. Just go find other stuff. You'll get better. So I took his advice. I started exploring. I found more things. And now I was stuck on 5 bosses because I couldn't beat any of the bastards. And I was just like, bro, I'm getting more materials. I'm getting more health. I'm getting more magic. And yet I can't beat any of these guys. And then finally, like 2-3 days ago now, I think, I finally beat her. And I beat like 2 other bosses. And I was like, I finally feel like I've made progress after like a week and a half of no progress. And then I wasn't going to buy Ghost of Yote. I was going to wait a week and buy it next week because I'm going to be traveling next weekend as a recording of this podcast. So I'm going to play Hollow Knight on the plane. And so I was like, okay, I'll buy the game after that trip and then I can start playing Ghost of Yote then. But I happened to go to a retro game store yesterday. Yes, yesterday to go pick up a game I bought online. And while I was there, they had 1 copy left of Ghost of Yote because they do have new games. They do get new ones as well as retro games. And so I was like, fuck it. I've got all this credit and store points and stuff. So I got the game for like $20. So
Nice.
I was like, yeah, I might as well. So I got that game for $20 and I bought Shadow of Mordor for $10.
Great game.
Because we have Shadow of whatever the second one is we have, but we didn't have the first one, so it happened to be there for $10. So I was like, fuck it, I might as well pick this up too. And then I obviously picked up the game I originally bought online there as well, which on Nerd Crew we do pickups videos every month, and you could see everything I've picked up in next month's video. But yeah, this is kind of like a teaser for that a little bit, I guess.
More shameless plugs.
Yo, shameless, no shame plugs, no shame. But yeah, so that's basically what I've been up to the last month. Has been trying to beat Hollow Knight, which has been a failure, but I'm getting through it. And then I picked up Ghost of Yote, so like Steph, I'm not very far into it. I'm about 2 hours in now, maybe 3. I've just been kind of exploring. It's like Ghost of Tsushima if they made it harder and made it less ninja-like.
Oh yeah. So
basically
what difficulty are you playing it on?
Medium. I always go middle of
Okay.
the road.
We started on the hardest.
Why? What is wrong with you? That's an instant death every time they touch you.
Basically, yeah.
They basically blink at you and die.
Basically, most of the time. That is the thing. This game, because the hardest difficulty in Ghost of Tsushima, I say we, but it was really mostly Sean. He went through it. And he went through all the frustration, but he got good, and you can respond. But it's like playing the hard difficulty on Spider-Man, where it's just like, he gets spider sense, and you just have to react quick. It's the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. You just have to react quick. With Ghost of Yote, it is not like that.
Nope.
You see the little warning of like, oh, it's this color light. You know what you're going to have to do. But you have to time the parry and the block yourself. There is no like, I see it, beat, block. No, it's sometimes that swing takes a while. Sometimes it's like, see the light, wow. It's just like, it's fast as hell. It depends on the enemy type. It is so hard. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But then we got to, I wasn't there for it. I was asleep. Apparently, I heard him groaning in the living room. He did switch it to hard because there was just one fight that he could not get past, and he had a baby on his lap, and he was just like, I can't be this mad with a baby on my lap.
I'm gonna rage throw a baby. Let's not do that.
Nothing like that. Now he knows where to keep it, but like the moment the baby cried, he was just like, oh. And he just set the difficulty down. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, we can't do this. And he's
Dude, I yelled at the TV for Hollow Knight, and I looked over, and Domino just gave me this look of like what, like a nuke went off, and I was like, I'm sorry, I need to put this game down. It is pissing me the fuck off. Like, I kind of get it a little bit.
Something? Let me say something a little funny. Whenever I went to Matt's house when I lived around him, every time I came to the house and I saw Domino, I would chase her around the house singing Domino, do 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 Domino. That has now transitioned to the diaper song.
Oh no!
When a baby's, as soon as I put them down on a diaper changing table, they get mad, and I'm like, diaper time, do 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 diaper time, and they do laugh. So it
just
works.
wait till they start running, and then you have to chase them and sing that.
Holy shit!
Can
Holy
you work that
shit!
into the theme song for this podcast?
Too many syllables.
Yeah.
Nerd Talk Radio. No, it's too fast.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it in post.
Yep. Workshop it.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm up to. Going back to Ghost of Yotei, like, yeah, it really, one thing that's different, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima kind of like eased you in a little bit. It was the first game of its type. And then Ghost of Yotei was like, hey, you got to kill this motherfucker right now. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, there's no training arc. It's like, where's the training arc? Give me a training arc, please, for the love of God. I died twice in the first fight of the game. I was like, and on medium difficulty. And granted, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima in a long time. Had I played that recently, I would have remembered the colors, because all the colors that she's talking about are basically the same, the white and red. But like yellow's new, by the way. But yeah, the white and red is the same. So I would have remembered. But like, yeah, that guy beat me twice, and I was like, is this game harder or am I just dog shit? I was like, I'm dog shit. It's fine. I'm dog shit. It's okay. It's okay. I'm dog shit at this game. It's fine. But then I'm just dying to random bullshit, because like when you fought the Mongols, they really 1v1'd a lot. And I used to use a lot of ninja stuff, so I'd kill them in secret half the time. Mm-hmm. In this game, it's almost like they throw a lot of enemies at you all the time. You never fight like just one or two people. It's always like you're fighting 4, you're fighting 5, and there's an archer already. I'm like, dude, I don't remember Mongols having archers till like 30% into the game, because that was like a difficulty increase, was now they can shoot you while you're trying to fight. This one, it's like, oh, by the way, second fight of the game, here's an archer, deal with it. I'm like, oh, okay, I will, I guess.
They really integrate a lot of like stuff that I think is attentive, where it's just like, she is not a ninja, she's not a ghost, you know. And she what was I trying to go for? Yeah, she doesn't have any like extra little ability. It's just like she doesn't make like shit to throw at them. She got pocket sand, okay? Yeah, because she's just like, I'm in this fight and I'm gonna be dirty. And without spoiling without spoiling context stuff, there is sneaking parts of the game. You don't really have anything for sneaking too much. You can crouch. There is an assassinate function. Yeah. The most you can do to distract a person is throw a fucking jar of sake after you drink it, and then you get fucking dizzy. Yeah. Like your fucking vision goes around. You're just like, hey, yo, what the fuck? I can't see the motherfucker I'm trying to kill.
One of the coolest things about the game, though, I will say that I've noticed, and again, I'm not too far in, but like you can, when you kill an enemy, you can pick up their sword and chuck it at the next guy, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
And then, but
so she's very front forward.
But one shitty thing is, which I just found out about the game because they just introduced this tactic, the enemies can disarm you, and you're basically fucked when you drop your swords, which I did once, and I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? I have no swords, and my swords are like 20 feet that way, and I got 3 guys fighting me. You just have to keep dodging and hope they don't hit you, because fucking all the all the hit damage is like hard, man. It's like you have like your health bar is like this, and one hit is like boom, and I'm like, dude, I can barely take another hit. Like, holy shit. So yeah, I've died quite a few times in Yotei so far. I'll be honest with you. I've been struggling, but it has been fun. I love the game. I love the aesthetic. My only complaint about the game will be, maybe this is just because I'm still in the early stages of it, but I feel like there's way too many cutscenes. Like I don't remember Ghost of Tsushima having this many cutscenes in it, where it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I've been jumping from one to the next like way too fast.
I think what it is, because I was talking to Sean about this, was that instead of it being a thing where it's like you go to a village and it's just like, oh, my lord, it's like, I know you here, buy from my shop here, I will supply this bow, da da da. She's a nobody to them at this point because of the whole like she left and then came back and no one knows who she is. So I think they're trying to make it a little more natural, because I feel like there is a cutscene for like every person you freaking interact with.
Yeah.
They're trying to establish like, hey, there's a relationship that's going to be established, and this is how with each person. Like the merchant has dialogue, the cartographer has dialogue, the bow lady, she'll give you a cutscene every now and then. It's just like, I just feel like it's all story establishing, because you're not just it's not, they're trying to make it more realistic.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
agree. Yeah,
And
that's probably right.
I agree. It's like there is a lot of cutscenes. I don't mind it too much because of the amount of gameplay that I have and the difficulty of the gameplay so far. It's not Kingdom Hearts 3. It is not Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, shit.
Has anyone else here
years.
played Kingdom Hearts?
Bullshit.
I played a little bit of the first one.
Mike?
Back in the day, I played like a little bit,
What?
just a little bit back in the day.
Oh, it's okay. You know, y'all ever want to learn? I will tell you everything about the series.
Steph
I'll
wanted
tell
me
you-
to
I have one of those.
stream.
I have one of those at home.
Steph wanted me to stream Kingdom Hearts so
Becky's
badly,
obsessed.
dude. I remember there was times where we would talk about content ideas, and you'd be like, "You should stream Kingdom Hearts," and I'll just talk you through all of it so you could skip all the bullshit. I was like,
Yeah, so I told him, I was like, he's like, oh, the game's too long. Because I was like, play Kingdom Hearts 2. He's like, oh, the game's too long. I was like, listen, no. The game is not too long. The cutscenes are too long, okay?
Yeah.
You can just
That's
skip
true.
the cutscene, and as you're playing, I will tell you exactly what happened in that cutscene. You'll be done with this game in 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, that's 3 streams. You're good. You're gonna be fine, kid. I got you.
that was a stream idea, was to have her like sit next to me when she still lived in this area. I was like, just sit next to me on the couch, and I'll just skip a cutscene, and we'll just look at you and be like, all right, do you want to explain what Goofy just said?
Just narrate the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like there is a point in time where you're walking through a techie hallway, and you see Goofy and Donald in like a tube, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? If you skip the cutscene, they're out the tube. You're in front of a house, and you're a different child, and you're just like, what the fuck would have happened? What the fuck happened?
Right.
What the fuck happened? You skip that cutscene, you're screwed. But I can tell you what happened. I got you.
Yeah. That was a real stream idea, which is still a possibility for the record to do somehow.
I'm always
hysterical.
ready.
Just
I'm
have you
down.
on
That's
call and just
hysterical.
be like, okay, I'm in 10 minutes into the game. What the hell happened? And you could just be like, oh, obviously this. And just be through
So they
it.
stole the word photo. Is literally the first scene. It's just like, yeah.
What is this
It's like-
game, bro?
Drugs.
Oh, you're gonna be in front of you're gonna be beating up a teenager, and then all of a sudden there's a white fucking figure like this in front of you, and you have a key, and you're just like, what? As only because the cutscene though.
Yeah.
I got you. That
is
Don't talk
still-
to me about Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not narrating that for you. It's
That's
bullshit.
still a stream idea in the back of my mind somehow. But
So can we? I will say this. Can we segue this into the next section, because they did show a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4.
did they?
Yeah. Hold
What?
on. Okay. I gotta look it up now,
Interesting.
because I definitely was watching these
Is it
videos
real?
last night.
Send it to my
it-
Discord so that I can
think it was
put it up.
real.
All right, I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
switch
let me-
over
I
to.
gotta look it
Are
up
you talking
first.
about the super old one? It's
I
like,
don't
there's-
I don't know. I don't follow it. I just saw a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4.
It just
I'm
popped
and
up.
was like,
I'm gonna
"That's a
segue
thing."
into the next screen. So yeah, you've got this is now my screen. I've got the 3 of you up there at the top.
Let me see if
So-
I can find this.
Sure.
the next-
Oh, wait, I can't see it.
The next thing, I know, I'm sorry, I can't bring it up, otherwise it fucks up the cameras. I have to figure that out
Right,
in the
okay.
future so that you guys can watch what I'm doing as well, because I just realized that I won't be able to like show you stuff. But for viewers at home, they'll have the main screen, and then I can actually show them game trailers and stuff. Because the main point of this podcast, the main talking like aspect of this episode, is going to be going over all the crazy fucking announcements that happened in the month of September.
Mhm.
Yes, I know we're like 2 hours deep into this podcast and we're finally getting into the main topic, but that's okay. That's what you've signed up for. And so while Jesse's looking that up, Jesse, send it to me in the Discord so
yep.
I can pull up that trailer. Because I looked through
So-
all of these articles, I did not see a Kingdom Hearts related thing, and I didn't see the internet explode either. So that's why I'm like not believing you right now, but that's okay.
So okay,
Says that
it was
new
it was
content came
Tokyo Game Show.
Mm-hmm.
The only videos that I'm finding are legit the full like hour and 40-minute videos.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
So let me
basically
see
all
if
you're
I
gonna
can
find.
Let me see if I can find the scene where they talked about it, because I was looking at these before. Tokyo Game Show 2025.
That's okay. While you're
All
looking
new
that up,
big-
I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the game announcements. We're going to start off with probably the thing that's going to be most interesting to probably Mike, I would say, because he's our biggest Nintendo guy here, is the Nintendo Direct of September 2025, the one that was going to save the Nintendo Switch 2, the one that everyone was like, they're going to announce so much great bangers here. It's going to be amazing. This is going to save the fucking industry here. And then we got the Direct, and it was basically the most disappointing pile of shit I've ever seen in my life. But
Oh no!
but we'll get it because it just had too much hype. That's the problem with it. It was just people wanted too much out of it, and it just I don't think it delivered personally. But maybe Mike can hype it up for us here as our resident Nintendo expert. But I'm not going to go through the entire Direct because that was my original plan, was just to play the Direct and skip around. But I did find this good Nintendo Life article that really does go through it bullet by bullet, just not really in order, which is the problem with it. But actually, it kind of goes in order a little bit. But basically, they announced some of the big announcements as they went through and announced Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for the, 35th anniversary of Mario?
40th.
No,
Yeah, it has
it's
to
not the
be.
40th.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. It's 40th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
1985, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's
40th
2025.
Mario,
Two years
Oh,
before
wow.
I was born.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, for the 40th anniversary of Mario,
40th anniversary, yeah.
they announced Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 remakes for the Nintendo Switch, and
That's right
I think it's just for the Nintendo Switch. It's not for the Switch 2, technically.
It's for
but-
the Switch, but obviously you could put it in the Switch too. Cause,
Yeah, but it's got backwards compatible.
So yeah.
So everyone was pissed off about this for two
big thing.
reasons. One, because Mario Galaxy 1 is already on the Switch, so people felt it was unnecessary to rebuy it. But number two was because the price tag. It's $80 for this game, if I remember correctly, or is it 70?
Whoa!
70.
It's 70 for the so it's 70 for
We have
the
like 70 something for both. For
70
physical.
for the both of them, but individually they're 40 a piece. So
Correct. Yeah,
kinda
it's
sucked.
digital, but it's only
For the
digital.
di-
You can
for
get
the
it
digital,
that way
yeah.
separate. Yeah.
So people
Correct,
were very
yeah.
disappointed by this. I'll be honest with you, I was hella disappointed because I was like, oh, that's cool. They announced the price tag, and I was like, you know what? I already have Galaxy on the Wii. I'm just going to start playing that, which is another thing I started playing, by the way, last month is I booted up Galaxy on the Wii. Ooh, what a great game, dude. Holy
It
shit.
is. It definitely is.
Galaxy was a lot of fun. It's one of the few I actually played completely.
I haven't completed it, and I
Yeah,
haven't
it
played a
was.
lot of it, but it's a great platformer, dude. Once you get used to the controls and the wonky ass, like having to like 3D
Oh, I
around
love
the
the gravity
planets.
stuff. Yeah, that shit was cool.
Once you get used to it
So
after like
unique.
the second level, it's a sick game, like super sick. They also announced Mario Tennis Fever, and as Mike can attest, Super Mario Tennis was like my least favorite Nintendo Switch game.
You didn't like Aces, yeah.
I
love
fucking
Aces.
hated Aces. But I will say, this game does look sick. This game looks like it has a lot more to do than Aces does, with the special abilities and the special rackets you can use. It's got a story mode, which hopefully is better than the Mario Golf story mode, because that one really sucked balls. It's basically just a very long tutorial. So I'm hoping that
Pretty
one's a
much,
little bit better. They also announced Super Mario Bros. Wonder plus Meetup in Bella Bella Park, which is basically just like a mini game add-on.
Yeah. Like an add-on,
which-
yeah.
For the Nintendo Switch 2, which is whatever. And then now think about this. For the Mario 40th anniversary, they released a new Yoshi game. How the does that make any goddamn sense? Why is that's so dumb to me. But it's a cute Yoshi
Well, I mean, he
game.
stems from Mario, so that's why.
Yeah, it's a cute little Yoshi game where he goes into like a storybook basically and is trying to discover stuff. It's cute. It reminds me of the
Paper Yoshi.
N64 Yoshi game. What was it called? Do you remember, Mike?
Yoshi Story.
Yeah, it reminds me of Yoshi Story a lot.
Story.
And it's cute. It's whatever. It doesn't have an annoying song though this time, so I don't know if it's gonna sell well. But if you know, you know. Yoshi Story had like the most annoying soundtrack known to mankind.
It was catchy.
in
That was
Mario's in Mario's like, what's the word? Story, I guess. Whatever. Wasn't he raised by Yoshis or something like that?
So it depends like which because obviously there's always going to be like a lot of lore and different not so much retcons but like a lot of different story branching out. But in one of them, essentially, you could say with I think it was if I'm not mistaken, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. That was the original game, I think, for the Super Nintendo. You're right. It was like Baby Mario, Baby Luigi being like, delivered by the stork essentially, and along the way they dropped on Yoshi's Island, and the Yoshi they encountered was the one who like kind of guided and protected them. Well, Mario more so, because I think like Luigi was separated, and had like Baby Bowser there and stuff. So yeah, so essentially in that, like, you're right. Like, Yoshi did like kind of care after Mario and then eventually Luigi before bringing them and delivering them to their proud mama and papa in Brooklyn, I guess you could say, for that historical storyline. Yeah, so yeah, but pretty much that works out.
What if that's what the new Yoshi game is about?
It's not. It's about him diving into a book and discovering stuff for the book guy. But
like his own adventure, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just weird. It's weird that they were like, and our final announcement for the Mario 40th is a new Yoshi game. It's like, wait, whoa, with Yoshi? What? Why? Where's Mario? It's a Mario anniversary. It's not Yoshi's anniversary. Like, it was kind of a weird thing to do, I think. But
it's Mario adjacent, but it is.
Yeah. The game's cute. It's good for kids. Maybe adults will play it. I'm sure some adults will play it and have a good time, but I think it's mostly geared towards kids, which is fine. Kids need games. You know what I mean?
Need games.
I sent you the link, by the way.
Okay.
Matt.
Yeah, I see it. So next up, I'll go over it after I go over the Nintendo Direct. Next up was Storm Lancers. This game looks pretty cool from what I remember. It's kind of like almost like Saturday morning cartoon style, like 2D platforming action game. They kind of run around, and I believe it's a 2-player co-op game too, so you can play with a friend. And it looks pretty cool. It's already out digitally. I don't know if it's getting a physical. They call it a stylish 80s action roguelike. I don't remember the roguelike part, but I guess it has roguelike elements. Then they announced Dinkum, which is just Australian Animal Crossing, for those who care.
Awesome.
Then they showed off Popucom, which I'm pretty sure they've shown this game before in a Sony State of Play. They just didn't explain it very well. But basically it's a co-op game where kind of like Splatoon with like shooting colors. But this time it's kind of like that mixed with like Puyo Puyo Tetris, where you gotta like match the colors to blow up the creatures and like block stuff and stuff.
Sorry.
So
I'm so tired of those kind of games.
Would you not like co-op games, or you not like color games?
No, the stuff where it's just like, oh, let me turn this thing and it's gonna explode color. It's just a puzzle game disguised as something fun.
Damn.
It's like, I love puzzle games. I love puzzle games. I'm tired of like, and I love Tetris. That's the thing. But I don't know what it is. The color Tetris like thing, and I just don't like the color Tetris thing. You know, you know what I mean? It's not Tetris. It's the other thing. And then the thing that's like. And then there's another game format where it's just like a big fucking gem something.
Like a bubble things. Well, Puyo Puyo is one of them, right? So
Puyo Puyo is one of them. Yeah, I don't care for Puyo Puyo. I have nothing against it, but I don't care for it. I guess I do have something against it because too many things use the format to like be like, oh, and now my character is attacking because I match colors. It's like, shut up.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Okay, those kind of puzzle games.
You know what I mean?
Like Gem Quest and stuff like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Gem Quest!
Shit like
I don't know any of these games.
I'm
literally
all the games my grandma played.
Right now.
Google Puyo Puyo Tetris, Gem Quest, Puzzle Quest. There's a Mario bullshitty one. There's a bunch of them. They're out there.
I can only Google one at a time.
Faster, Google faster.
Next up, anyway.
I have multiple tabs open.
Next up, they introduced Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. This game really confuses the shit out of me. I don't know why people love this game, but whatever. It's not my cup of tea, but okay. It's basically like, again, it's like Animal Crossing. You're on an island, but they introduce like Sims, but they're Miis, and it's just quirky. It's like quirky millennial humor. The game, I think, is why people like it. I think that's
right now.
Yeah, I think that's the selling point.
Yeah.
Then they had Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
I believe the fourth time they've released that.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is finally coming to the Switch. They glossed over this, and this was supposed to be a big deal that they're like, yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming to Nintendo Switch too. And then when it was finally announced, it just was like quick, like 10 seconds, done. I was like surprised they didn't make it a bigger deal.
Now we're waiting for this anyway.
FF7 is like distinctly a PlayStation game, isn't it? Isn't that the whole thing?
Historically, it has been. Yeah.
Remake Intergrade. The Intergrade is like it porting over to PC and now Switch 2, and I think on Xbox. Am I wrong? Is it not on Xbox? I think Final Fantasy is on Xbox.
It's not on Xbox.
Okay.
Really?
Wait, no, yeah, it is on Xbox One.
It is on Xbox. That's the Intergrade part. Is it's integrating into other I guess.
Right.
But then they introduced this game, Linked Banner of the Spark, for 1 and 2. Also came out the day of. It's supposed to be, if I can get to the actual gameplay. Here it is. It's more of like a kind of like over the top kind of action game. Also has roguelike elements because everything does these days. So it's whatever. It's an okay game. It's a nice little cheap game. Then a big announcement was Hades 2 got a release date, and it's out at the time of recording this video. Everyone's enjoying it now. Apparently, it's in the running for Game of the Year. People are saying this might be one of the Game of the Year nominees. It's so good.
Nice.
Then they announced some more Kirby Air Riders amiibos. Can we talk about Kirby Air Riders for like 10 seconds? I want your guys' take on this. Kirby Air Riders for the GameCube was an okay game at best. Let's face it. It was an okay racing game.
I mean, I played a little bit of it because I was always in Mario Kart, so that's why.
Yeah, he's remaking it. He's making a new one. And for some reason, Nintendo is just like all in on this game. Like, they gave him a direct where he literally spent 40 minutes explaining this game in detail. And here in this direct, they're like, he's going to be
Kirby racing game.
He's going to be back doing another direct explaining more stuff. What the fuck else could he possibly explain about this game, dude? And then they introduced these amiibos, which are cool because you can interchange them. So, like, the amiibos, if you see them, show me the amiibos. Okay, there it is.
With the
you can
Rider,
swap
think,
them.
Right?
Yeah, you could swap them with the bases, which is kind of cool.
Hold on. Is it like that thing that came out for Star Fox that nobody jumped onto?
Kind of, but not really.
Interchangeable parts for your ship or something like that, right?
Kind of, but not really. That was a different. The game was based Toys to Life. This isn't Toys to Life. This is just an amiibo that you can swap them so that you can make them look different.
Okay. It's just for funsies. Okay.
Yeah, just mostly for funsies, and obviously they do stuff in the game too. And they also announced there's going to be more to come. I'm like, they never even made Mario Kart amiibos. Why are they making fucking Kirby Air Rider amiibos?
Well, they're probably coming. I'll put it that way at that point. If this takes off, they'll be there.
With this much detail
this is their test of water.
Yes.
Maybe, but it's just insane that they're giving so much to this man. Like, he must have blackmail on them. Like what the hell is going on here? Like, how did he get this game approved? How did he get these amiibos approved? Like, Jesus Christ, man.
You know what it is probably? It's probably like, listen, we know the Smash Brothers, Sakurai. Do your Kirby. We'll support whatever it is. Just make sure Smash Brothers comes out soon, all right?
Get it out of your system, and then we can move on to better games.
Then because it's HAL Laboratories. They're like, you're responsible for both, so yeah.
Yeah. Then they announced Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment for November 6th.
Cool.
It's
That's
a
a big deal,
Hyrule's
right?
it's a Hyrule's Warrior game. Some people are excited because it adds more story to a game that I think should have just had the story in the fucking first place, but whatever.
Christina was awesome, Brad.
That's a topic for an entire podcast, is my hatred of that game at this point. But next up they had Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. So this is a Dragon Quest game. Apparently this is not even remotely close to what it looked like back in the day. I think it was just like a 2D sprite kind of game.
It was like a Final Fantasy RPG.
Yeah, Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy were both like big time RPGs, JRPGs back in the SNES
turn-based
days.
stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is kind of like their direct competitor, which for the longest time, Final Fantasy kind of was like the top notch. But in recent years, other JRPG franchises that were kind of buried for years have been coming back to the surface and doing remakes and having bigger fan bases. And Dragon Quest is a big one. Because a lot of these Dragon Quest games were locked in Japan for decades, and now they're getting English releases because they're getting huge fan bases. So this is a big deal for Dragon Quest fans. They announced the Virtual Boy. I don't know if you guys saw this for the Nintendo Online service. And it comes with, well, it doesn't come with, you have to buy it separately. You can now buy a plastic Virtual Boy, basically, that you can use, that you have to use in order to play these.
Wait,
so,
like you have to like put your Switch into it?
Yeah, so you put your Switch into it.
Peripheral,
I think they show it somewhere. Let me see.
Jesus.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, so like here, see, you open it up, and you slip the Switch 2 in there.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Apparently
Nintendo's
both
like, we
1 and
desperately
2
want
fit.
virtual reality.
They want it so bad, but they wing it every time. Like, just put a
Just
little
release a
R&D.
virtual reality. Yeah, just release a virtual reality headset that connects to the Switch.
Well, that was a huge rumor like years ago. So
Personally, this is a cool thing. I think this is cool. It's a little expensive, and they do have a cardboard version, like a Labo version of it. I don't know if they show it in this trailer. Oh yeah, here it is. So they
should,
do
I
have
think,
a
yeah.
cheaper cardboard model, which is probably what I
Yeah.
will get personally. And I'll play these. Like, I think it's cool. It's something that's not very easily available, and they're releasing basically every Virtual Boy, because there's only like 25 of them, onto
Yeah, it's not many.
the Nintendo Switch Online service at some point. So I think it's good. I know a lot of people memed on it, but I think it's a good thing that they added that.
I think it's gonna do about as well as the Virtual Boy did,
Probably. Oh yeah, for sure.
which is not.
you probably like just some like nostalgic people like buy it just for the sake of it, and
Mhm.
that's kind of it for the most part.
Yeah, and then you look at it and you're like, why would I ever play this?
Well, Mike, are you getting it?
You know it's going to be a future collectible.
Mhm.
That's
Probably
exactly it, yeah.
not, to be
No?
honest.
You're not
I
gonna
don't
get
think I am, but I don't think I am, to be honest. I mean, I'll probably look into it like as it like really rapid gets here, but I
What if they
mean, right
release-
now, no.
What if they released like a Virtual Boy Mario game, like a straight this is a
Well, they have like I think a
Canon.
tennis game or something like that. No,
There's a Wario Land game. There's tennis. There's pinball. There's some robot fighting game. There's a bunch of games. Apparently, there's only like 5 good Virtual Boy games, and they're all going to be on the online. So,
Yeah.
They also announced Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake for the Switch.
saw that. Yeah.
That also was announced for other systems as well throughout this.
Well, it's originally a
announcements.
PlayStation game, so yeah.
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 Then they got One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, and then they did Overcooked 2 Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, which basically just introduces the camera function onto them. So now, while you're yelling at your friends and teammates, you can see their faces. Basically,
Yeah.
that's really all they added to it. So
I've always
Yeah,
wanted to see
third
my
one.
friends cry.
they got Stardew Valley Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, Human Fall Flat Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, Power Wash Simulator Switch 2 Edition, Suika Game Planet. It's like a new way to play Suika Game. I don't know if you guys were on that trend when it came out. Basically,
No.
it's like another Tetris kind of game where
Suika
you
game
merge the
has
fruit
Oh.
together.
Oh,
And you're
that's
trying to make-
amazing.
and you're trying to merge 2 pieces of fruit to make a bigger fruit to eventually make watermelons. So this is kind
Oh,
of
I've played that.
If you
Yeah,
buy
it's
fruits
a
a
mobile
certain
game.
number of
it's kind of a mobile game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
No, it
it's
is a
fun.
mobile game. It's 100% a mobile game.
It took the world by storm because a lot of streamers got involved in it and they were like trying to get best scores and stuff like that. So it blew
Yeah,
up.
I mean, it's. I've played the mobile game version. It's not bad. Where you like drop the orange and the other orange and the
The difference is you have 360
Yeah.
view this time, Jesse. Now you can drop it
Oh.
anywhere.
Wow.
world changing right there.
Then
That's what I always wanted.
Integration to a classic idea.
Can I point out something? I will say this. Have any of you played the 3D Tetris game?
Mm-mm.
I've not.
No.
There was a 3D version of Tetris where you could. It was like, because I think Tetris is like what, like 10 blocks wide or something like that.
Sure.
8 blocks wide.
I never
maybe?
counted the
Something like
pixels.
that, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, I think
10.
we're 10.
I think it's 10
you're
blocks
right,
wide.
yeah.
And it's
two
like-
lines
4,
in the
5,
block,
6,
yeah.
7,
Yeah.
8, 9,
And-
10. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 10 blocks wide. Yeah, I know my Tetris.
um,
And it was, I think the 3D Tetris was just 10 by 10, so you
Mhm.
could you could swirl it around and you could drop the blocks in 3 dimensions, and it was awful. It's an awful game.
Yeah.
It was a bad
you were
game.
you were building it up to make me think it's just like, oh yeah, this is like the Rubik's cube of video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, it was like,
very
yeah, 3D
interesting.
Tetris. You use 10 times as many pieces.
The buildup was like, oh, this is going to be, he's going to say it's one of the best games of all time. And then he's like, it was dog shit.
It was
You get 10
awful.
times as tired.
So bad.
Next up, they
Honestly,
announced Metroid Prime Beyond. They already had this, but they gave it a
Fourth
release
one.
date filing of December. The game
Yeah.
looks okay. I'm a little nervous that it's going to not look the best, but I also probably am not going to play it day one anyway because I'm backlogged out of control. So
Mm.
we'll see about that one. But I don't know, Mike, are you getting a Prime 4 when it comes out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it launched. Looks good.
Yeah. You played all the other ones,
that.
all 3 other Primes?
I did, yeah. I had I owned the first one, and then I got actually the remaster as well for the Switch. That's somewhere around over here. And then I played the second and third because my cousin had that. Because once again, back then, decisions had to be made on what to buy and what not to buy when you were younger. So
Yeah.
but,
I have them
yeah,
all.
I played all them.
I have them all, but I don't have. Actually, I don't know if I have the first one now that I think about it. I think I have all 3 primes, and I just haven't played them. I played the first one when I was a kid because my brother owned it, but I wasn't very good at the game because I don't really like Metrovania games where you have to go back to places you've already been. So I never beat the game, but I watched him play it, so that's my experience. That's why I'm not really like dying to get the 4th one because it's like I haven't even played all the other ones, so maybe one day I'll grab it.
Gotcha.
Then the Direct went really downhill. They announced Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush DLC for the Switch, which I think, if I remember correctly, it's like a $20 or $30 fucking DLC. And
something like that.
It's insane. Insane. The game barely came out. They're already giving out paid DLCs, and it just, honestly, it pissed me off. And then they announced Pokemon Pokopia, which is basically
Pokopia, yeah.
Minecraft. Yeah, it's basically Minecraft
Animal
Pokemon
Crossing too,
Edition, where you build your own little town as a Ditto who transforms into this creepy girl.
Yeah.
And you get their powers and shit.
Collect rocks and
Yeah.
I would be lying if I said I didn't want this game, but at the same time, they announced this at the same time they were suing and putting all these patents on all these fucking game things, and they're like, but we can use Minecraft though. It's like we're gonna put all these fucking locks and balances on all these other gameplay developments, but we're gonna definitely copy other people's homework.
Can I point something out really quick? Because I was actually thinking about this the other day after hearing about the Pokopia game and how much like it seems like one of those things like Pokemon's finally expanding into like the feel good genre of games that people have kind of wanted, like Stardew Valley-esque style games. Pal World. Have you seen the new Pal World game that's coming out?
Yeah, it's basically this.
That is 100% the same fucking concept.
Yeah,
and
they're already being sued by Nintendo for copyright infringement, and then they come out with Pokopia, and then it was literally 2 weeks later that Power was like, welcome to, like, I don't know what it's called, Power World Farming or some shit.
Farming, I think that's literally all it is.
I was like, what? There's no way they built this in 2 weeks, right? There's no way they built this in 2 weeks.
The funniest part is to me, it looks better than Pokopia.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because it's straight up just like a Stardew Valley style like farm sim.
Yeah.
With Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're just off-brand Pokemon.
Off-brand Pokemon with guns, bro. Like, what else do you want? But yeah, so they announced that, and then they announced Pokemon ZA. More stuff. They announced more Mega Evolutions, which everyone's like, can you please stop spoiling the game for us? They gave us, I think we already had the release date of October 16th, and then they really slapped us in the balls by already announcing a DLC for it.
DLC, yeah.
Pay DLC for this game that's not even fucking out yet, dude. Yes, it's going to be probably like $20-$30. It's insane. How can you fucking do that? Disgusting. Disgusting. Pokemon Company, be ashamed of yourselves. Nintendo,
this
be even more ashamed.
This will go into our last discussion of the night, I will say.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if we're going to make it, honestly.
I know.
We're going to have to speed run through a lot of this, but then they announced Danganronpa 2X2, Dynasty Warriors Origin, which, I mean, how much fucking Dynasty Warriors games do we need? I mean, this is like the 6th one announced in the last 6 months. Then Monster Hunter Stories 3, which looks sick. I can't wait for this game. I got to play the other 2 games, though, and I got time. They did a sizzle reel with all this bullshit, and then the big announcement was Resident Evil Requiem Day 1 coming to Switch 2, which surprised a lot of people because they didn't think it was going to come on the same day. They thought it was going to be like, a year later, but it is coming Day 1. And February 27th of next year. As our Resident Evil fan over there, Steph, how do you feel about that?
I don't care.
Everything.
Are you excited for the game at least?
I mean, yeah, I am. It's definitely going back to like the horror aspect again. They're trying to keep on the horror aspect of it. There's definitely a trend of trying to get closer and closer to Silent Hill. I think this is definitely like their closest attempt toward it. Mm-hmm. I think using the daughter of a previous character is kind of interesting. Like it's like we've already in the past 2 games established new characters, and now all of a sudden we're getting a character that was kind of not fully in the background of Resident Evil Outbreak, but like, the fact that it's like, oh, all of a sudden they have a daughter, and the daughter is the main person for this game, and the
Mhm.
daughter has trauma, and I'm just like, okay.
course.
It's like, I'm interested in it. Obviously, I'm gonna play it when it comes out, or at least watch somebody play it, because I don't know. I was streaming the Resident Evil games, and now that I'm not streaming, it's like I can go back to watching people play them, because I get really excited watching people play it,
Mhm.
and just learning more of the lore. Uh, it coming out day one on Switch doesn't change my opinion of the game.
Mhm.
I'm curious. I'm ready to play it. I'm not really affected by the fact that it's coming out on Switch, as long as just like it comes out as decent quality. The whole Mortal Kombat thing really fucked me up when it came to like my perception of how well the Switch does, and it's just like now that we have a Resident Evil engine, so I don't know how you
Mhm.
guys know, or what you guys know about Resident Evil, but they made an entire engine that way they could create the Resident Evil games faster. So they redesigned everything. That's why Resident Evil 2 is made on the engine, 3 is made on the engine. The most recent games, 7 and whoa, I can't even think right now because I wasn't prepared to talk about Resident Evil.
Stuff, yeah.
Village, yeah. Village is 7, sorry. But all those are made on the RE engine, that way they can be pumping them out a lot faster. And it's just like, if that doesn't run readily on the Switch, I don't know what Resident Evil games are on the Switch already, if they already have the history of running well. I don't know. But if what happened to Mortal Kombat happens to Resident Evil on the Switch, I'm just kind of like, stop it, don't do it. Don't go into games that you don't have the processing power for.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
saying it works. It
It's
runs
like,
well.
if you pay the same price tag, that's really fucked up for the people who are buying it.
Yeah, they're saying it run well. It's running well, so I think it'll be good. I think handheld, obviously, it'll suffer a little bit just because it's handheld, doesn't have as much processing. But I think on TV, it'll look good and play good. So we'll see.
That's the same processing power though. Your computer, your Switch 2 is just outputting to HDMI onto your television.
Yeah.
So it theoretically should look the same on both. Theoretically.
I think it's not just the processing power; it's power itself, because it draws more like battery power and stuff. I think I've watched a lot of tech podcasters and stuff. They explain it a lot better, but I think it basically revolves around the fact that when it's plugged into the wall, it can draw more power and it can do a lot better. But when it's
it's like, so for PCs, it's like putting your computer in like one of the power save modes.
Mm-hmm.
You throttle back power usage to increase battery capacity or battery time. If you're plugged in, you could just say fuck it max,
Right.
Yeah.
So I could see that actually being a point to that. Yeah.
And then the last final announcement of it, because I forgot this was even announced, was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I remember watching people like live streaming the event, and like the first couple of images would pop up, I'm like, oh man, what is this game? What is this game? And it was like 1 millisecond. I was like, it's obviously a fucking Fire Emblem game. If you've seen one, you've literally seen all of them. It's so clearly a goddamn Fire Emblem game. And it wasn't until like this chick appears that people were like, oh, I think it's Fire Emblem. Like, obviously it's Fire Emblem. Look at these fucking people and the way they talk and shit. I was like, this is the most Fire Emblem shit I've ever seen in my life. It's so funny to me that like Nintendo kind of buried this franchise for decades, and then the Switch came out and it just like revitalized this entire franchise to the point where there's like 4 fucking games now on the Nintendo Switch of Fire Emblem related games, and they all sell well. So
yeah, well, I mean, they kind of started with Smash Brothers back in the day too, obviously, because once everyone saw like Roy and Marth, they're more curious about it. Like honestly, like it really got a revival like on the handhelds, Game Boy Advance, especially the DS, 3DS, and then it kept on going from there.
But those still didn't sell super well, because like you're right, it came out. Marth and Roy was on the GameCube, but like the Fire Emblem game Path of Radiance on GameCube didn't sell well. The Wii one didn't sell well. The 3DS ones didn't sell well. The Game Boy Advance ones didn't sell well. It wasn't until the Switch came out that they started selling better, and then Three Houses was like an anomaly that just sold an ungodly amount, and then ever since then they've been doing very well. But yeah, because those 3DS games are touted from Fire Emblem games as being really good games in the franchise, but for some reason they just didn't sell like big numbers. They sold okay, but they weren't like blowing sales numbers out of the water, to my knowledge at least. So it's like they really didn't start selling very well until the Switch, and it was like Three Houses. They have a Fire Emblem Warriors game, And then they have what's the other Fire Emblem game on the Switch? Shit, there's another one I can't remember. And then there's this new one. So it's like they've already got like 4 fucking Fire Emblem games on this system. So yeah, that was basically the Nintendo Direct. Again, I don't know. It was okay. There's a couple things I liked, but for the most part, it was kind of just like a lot of DLC ruined it for me, and a lot of dumb bullshit. So that was that. I will say this one, the Sony State of Play, was definitely way better. This came out in also September, and the big announcement, this article from IGN goes right into the big hitter, which was Wolverine was announced. We've been waiting for this game for years, and they put a big emphasis on the fact that not only was he going to be in the yellow and black suit, or yellow and brown suit, it was going to be vicious, raw, visceral, like carnage.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that was like the big takeaway from it, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Soros
Can
looks really
I-
good. Yeah, go ahead.
Something I laughed at for that though is that there was like a little segment of the showcase where they were just like, yeah, we worked really hard on the design for the case and we're really proud of it. Da, da, da. It looks exactly like the Spider-Man.
It's literally
Like,
just Wolverine on a yellow background.
It's the same thing. It's Spider-Man was on a red background. It's Wolverine on a yellow background.
Yeah.
It's the same.
I don't remember that.
They said it's like, hey, this sold well. Do that again.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
Our team was really, really on point. I'm like, bruh, they copy pasted.
Yellow is hard to pull off,
Absolutely.
guys.
So true. Such a.
But the game does look really good, I will say.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely think I'll be picking that one up for sure. They started off by announcing Soros, which is a game by the same devs who made Returnal. I never played Returnal because it was a roguelike and I was playing 500 roguelikes at the same time. But Soros looks really
looks
cool.
fun.
Yeah, it introduces like
I
a
like
lot of
Returnal.
bullet hell mechanics to it, and like it looked really interesting. This looks like a cool, pretty cool game. Battlefield 6 campaign, no one gives a fuck. Then they announced Neo 3 got a release date. I'm never gonna play a Neo game because it's a Souls-like, and your boy sucks at Souls-like games, so I ain't playing that shit. But it's a cool looking game, you know. Does anyone here play Souls-likes? I don't even know.
Not purposefully.
I don't. No.
They just keep coming up in my life.
Just
Because there's-
accidentally. Oops, it's
Yeah, it's like I was playing Sean. Oh, I didn't mention this, but like the whole like last month of my life, we accidentally didn't cancel our trial for like the premium membership of PlayStation. So now we have a big old catalog to play around with, and one of the things that we were playing was like called Salt and Sanctuary, I think it is.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that game.
Yeah. And I started playing, I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. And then it hit me. I was like, this is a Souls-like. It's like every single time I play a game, I'm just like, oh yeah, I like it. Da, da, da. And then like halfway through it, I'm just like, wait a second. I'm having
Gotcha.
a hard time. This is a Souls-like.
They got you again,
Why do I
Got me
keep dying?
again.
dude.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's just like, why is this game so hard?
Nothing kills my interest faster than when I'm watching a game trailer. I'm like, oh man, the graphics are so cool. This looks so cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play this action game, and it's a goddamn Souls like son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And then I'm out immediately. I'm just like, I'm not playing this. I just can't. I don't want to rage all the time. It's bad enough I'm playing Hollow Knight, which my friend at work keeps telling me, he's like, it's not technically a Souls like. I'm like, you're full of shit, man. It's a fucking Souls
Is this
like.
Aussie telling you this?
Yeah, this is for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that the way that you inflect what he says, I could tell it was him.
Yeah, it's just like he's like, it's not a Souls like, man. It's not a Souls. It's like it's a fucking Souls like. You literally go back for your souls. Like, what are you kidding me? Who are you kidding me? So yeah, Neo, cool looking game. Ain't gonna play it. Then this game, which for some reason no one knows how to pronounce, it's called Zero, I think Parades, but everyone keeps calling it Zero Parades.
These nuts.
Thank you for saying that.
Sorry.
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
This game
Okay,
looks
I'm here for the porn.
interesting, but not really my type of gameplay. They gave us a look at Final Fantasy Tactics for the 400th time. Crimson Desert, which I had never really heard of, and let's see if it'll play this trailer. This game looks kind of cool though. Like, kind of looks like an action game, but also I don't know if there was actual gameplay in the trailer. Kind of looks more cinematic than anything, but could be cool. Could be interesting. We got Chronoscript. Looks really cool. People keep saying it's a Metrovania game, but I don't remember them ever mentioning that it is one. I think it's just a 2D kind of platformer in this kind of manuscript style of gameplay. Here, let's see if I can get a...
Hand-drawn artwork, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is kind of what the game looks like. I keep forgetting you guys can't see it, but like, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
really cool. All hand drawn, very ink focused, like going through
Yeah.
books, back in like the medieval times. Then they announced Code Vein 2, which Code Vein 1 is on my my wish list for Steam because it does look like a cool like anime style game. And I've seen trailers for Code Vein 2 multiple times, and every single time I'm like, damn, this game looks pretty sick.
World, our
Like,
current.
the action looks cool, the characters look cool, just very badass looking. And yeah, so they had another trailer for that. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is going to PS5, so Microsoft's officially dead. They've officially given up. Every franchise they've ever had has now come over, except for Halo at this point. And also their racing game, which you'll see in the Xbox Tokyo Game Show, is also coming to PlayStation 5, I'm pretty sure. So there was that. Gran Turismo, no one gives a shit about. Sonic Racing got another announcement, which, I mean, it's whatever.
Oh yeah, did you see what the announcement was though?
The Mega Man stuff?
Yeah, it's like 2 characters. Not that I play the game. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't actually give a shit. But I saw that and it was like, oh yeah, and there's a DLC for Mega Man. I'm like, it's 2 characters.
It's Mega Man
Brother
and
gave
Proto
up
Man.
shit.
Mega Man and Proto Man, yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing about Sonic Racing Crossroads is it's trying to be Mario Kart, where like Mario Kart was like, we're gonna release all these packs of DLC, or you could just buy the whole DLC, like what is it called? Like Battle Pass, pretty much. So that's what this is. This is part of the Battle Pass. So you buy the season. You buy the season pass, and it gives you every DLC that comes out, or you can piecemeal buy them. And so that's what they're doing for Sonic 2, which
is, I guess fine, as long as it's cheap enough, I guess.
Yeah,
Not
I guess
that
if
I'm
it's
gonna
cheap
buy
enough.
it.
I'm done with all the battle passes and season passes. Like, kiss my ass with that shit already. I'm done with you.
Yes, sir.
Then we got a Deus Ex remastered. I feel like
That's
this is
pretty cool.
I feel like this is a game I thought Jesse might be excited.
Max might
for.
have copper wiring.
I'm not
to
really
read out your
sure
fear of pain.
because I know you play older
I-
PC
Yeah,
games.
steel.
I've never played Deus Ex before. It is one of those games that I've seen and I've been like, oh, that game looks really, because it's your classic like cyberpunk style game, which is really cool. But I've never played it. But the remaster does look really good. So
Yeah.
I played it. I had a great time. I don't remember a lot about it because I played it so long ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember the feeling of just like when I saw that, I was just like, oh, good, I'll get that.
Yeah.
That's the thing I want.
I will say people are complaining that they say the remaster looks worse than the original game, but I think people are just being picky, honestly.
Yeah.
I think people
It's a
need to get
niche
over it.
game. Niche games have niche fans.
Then they announced Halloween, the video game, is coming out next year in not October. So, I mean, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, I don't get that.
They're dropping the ball
I
so
mean-
hard on this game.
Like,
Yeah.
just
Did
release
they,
it like October 1st. you
Yeah.
know?
did they describe like what the gameplay is going to be like?
It's
'Cause
going
I
to
missed
be.
that one.
This
It looks like
gonna,
Dead by Daylight.
it is Dead by Daylight esque, so
Like
it's
Friday
1v.
the 13th again, probably.
Yeah, it's 1v3 or 1v4. I can't remember where like the survivors play. They're trying to get the people out of the houses and escape and survive, and then the person who's playing Michael Myers is going around killing them, and he's got like special powers, so he can like teleport and shit. And
Okay.
it's
It does
his
look
goal.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's another one of those isometric or whatever it's called games that I just don't really care too much about.
It's not isometric.
What is it called? Where it's
Asymmetrical.
asymmetrical. Yeah, it's one of those where
Asymmetrical where it's one person versus multiple people. Yeah.
yeah.
I
so
see. Okay.
it's just like it's whatever. I mean, all these games are kind of bleeding together, and I don't really care too much about. Then
I do appreciate that every horror game does have like different functions though. Like Dead by Daylight is the generator thing. Friday the 13th, you have multiple different ways to escape in that game. The one with what the fuck is the name of the series? The one with Ash. What's the name
Evil
of
Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead,
Evil
the
Dead,
Evil
yeah.
Dead series. Yeah. In that one, you once again have multiple ways, but you can fight back. And then the demon itself has multiple ways to like use the environment to kill you. If this is different than from all those, then I appreciate the genre just continually creating new mechanics as opposed to like giving me the same shit.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure.
I've never played Dead by Daylight. I will say that. I will preface that.
I haven't either.
I played too much. There's
So,
many
I think
videos
Mike tried
on
getting me to
Kendrick
play at some
channel.
point, but I never got into the game.
No,
So-
I never got that one. I got Friday the 13th again.
Oh,
That was
Friday
it,
the
though.
13th. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I watched
fun
the
too.
I watched the trailer for Halloween the game, and does Dead by Daylight allow your character, if you're playing the killer, to essentially teleport to another location?
Depends on the killer that you're playing.
Okay.
So
This-
Dead by Daylight, every killer has their own functions and their own ways
Okay.
of like killing people.
Because this was very much, they called it like a shadow something. I forget what they called it.
Yeah, you go into like a mist form and you can like disappear,
Yeah.
go invisible and
Like,
shit.
basically,
Yeah.
like they
So
can't
that's-
see you and you move faster. So you
That
can
is
get
the
around
race.
corners, when they're,
Yeah, that was like in Friday the 13th as well, where like
Yeah.
if you're the player, like one of the survivors, it almost seemed like the videotape was like fast forwarding because I had like all the squiggle
Yeah.
lines, and then
Yeah.
there was Jason. Like that was a pretty cool ability.
Which is really
Yeah.
funny. So I will say I just recently watched all of the Friday the 13th movies. I've never watched all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't this is going to be controversial. I don't get the hype.
I feel like it was kind of like you had
I mean,
to
it's
be
just
there. You had to
a
grow up with
cheesy
it.
thing from back in the 80s, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was it. And became a
No,
cult
I
thing.
get
You
it.
know?
So like I guess the
Yeah.
part that really got me was like the very first movie isn't even about Jason.
Okay.
I remember the first one.
The very first, okay, I'm going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen the movie, which
Well,
I don't.
It's like
It's just-
40 years old.
I've
but go
seen
ahead.
I've seen all
Yeah,
of
I
them,
know.
and I've
Okay.
watched the
It's ju-
discovering a video
So, like-
background on them.
Just call me out.
I-
Just say it's me. Like,
Okay,
Clicking.
okay, Matt. I'm going to spoil it for you. The killer in the first movie is Jason's mother,
what?
Oh yeah.
who is,
forgot about
by
that.
the way, not supernatural in any way, just a human murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she wants to get revenge for what happened to Jason with the drowning
She wants to get revenge
Exactly.
for her son being neglected and drowning.
at Camp Crystal Lake.
Which, okay, by the way, then throws the entire. I went into a deep dive after I started watching the movie
Oh,
about
boy.
them thinking that he's like there's like a whole like he's a Deadite or something like that from the Evil Dead franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
he has some sort of supernatural ability to like come back from like otherwise deadly
Situations.
incidents. Yeah.
Right.
Including what probably was his first drowning when he was a child. So he lived out in the wood. I don't know. It was a weird trip. I just want to preface that it was a weird trip
Mm-hmm.
through the did they start in the 70s? I think those movies.
I think the
70s,
80s.
right? Was it the 80s?
No, I think 70s sounds all right.
I thought it was
Probably late
80s.
70s,
For
going
like
to
at least the
80s.
first one. Yeah.
Are you talking about when the franchise was made or when the franchise was
Yeah.
set?
When the franchise was made.
Pretty sure the
when
80s.
the movie-
Pretty sure it was
Pretty sure
70s.
it's 80s.
Was
Yeah.
it
Okay.
80s?
80s horror.
see.
yeah.
Anyway,
Jason.
um,
Jason. No,
when did the first Friday the 13th came out?
1980 exactly. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's
what I
right.
thought.
Cusp, yeah.
Everybody's
Um,
right to a degree.
But like I know I'm tangenting hard here.
That's-
But the was it Jason 8? Jason Takes Manhattan, essentially.
Oh, Jason X Man.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The best
Uh.
one in the entire series.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, because it's the only Jason movie or the only Friday the 13th movie I've seen that has like a meta in it, where like he comes into the city and the first thing he sees is a billboard for hockey, and it's his mask,
Right.
and he does that like
That's right.
deadpan like look at the camera, and I'm like, what the f- is happening right now? Fantastic movie. Anyway, sorry.
Well, yeah. So they announced the
You
Halloween
didn't like
game.
you didn't like Jason versus Freddy? I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet. Actually, that is the one
Oh,
I
you
have
didn't?
not
Okay.
really watched.
I do enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Which
It
one was that
interesting.
one?
It was a good one, that one. Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus
Oh.
Jason. Yeah.
I think that's the only movie of that genre that I've watched.
Yeah.
80s horror movies, but yeah. So they announced the Michael Myers game, and
Yeah.
it looks okay, and it's not coming out in the right time. So, next up, they announced a game called Let It Die Inferno, which is an action roguelike game that looks very balls to the walls crazy. I think this was the one that was PvE as well, so like other players can be in there. Yeah, other players can be in your match and they can f you up basically, so that's kind of cool, but also I can see that being meta really quickly and being annoying, so we'll see how that game turns out. Next up, they announced Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remaster, which, I mean, how much more goddamn Dynasty Warriors do we need?
Right?
They announced a game called Last Epic Oribus, I guess is an expansion to this Last Epic game. I feel like I've never heard of this game, but it looked sick as hell. Have you guys ever heard of Last Epic? Spelled
Last Epoch?
Yeah, EPOCH.
Epoch.
Epoch. 4-player co-op, looks like a Diablo-esque kind of game.
I had never heard of it. After seeing it, though, I do kind of want to try it.
Yeah, dude, let me know if you get it, because I'd love to try this game, honestly. It looks sick as hell, and it's coming for PS5, so if it's got crossplay especially, I'll get it on PS5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, this looks like a cool game. Oh, it's an expansion. This game already exists.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those moments when I was watching it where I was like, oh, this shit already exists. So, like, the 5 fans who love this game are getting an expansion, and hopefully more people will play. After that, they showed off more of the 7 Deadly Sins origin game. This game has been announced, I swear to God, in every, like Nintendo Direct, State of Play, whatever, for the last, year. But they've never shown anything about it. They just keep saying, this stupid 7 Deadly Sins game is coming out. Finally, this trailer actually showed off what the game is. It's basically Breath of the Wild if it was 7 Deadly Sins. That's basically what it is. It is an open world kind of RPG-ish kind of game. You're running around as a certain character. You meet other characters in the franchise. You can fish. I think there's some cooking mechanics and stuff. I was just like, it's been a Breath of the Wild clone this whole fucking time. I had no idea what this game was. Honestly, no idea. But yeah, it says it's a free-to-play open-world RPG that can be played solo or with other players. That's what it is.
Free to play?
Wow.
Yeah, that I did not know until reading this right now. Yeah, apparently it's free to play. Launching on January 28th. I mean, 7 Deadly Sins is one of those franchises that is still big for some reason, even though the 3rd season kind of fucked it up. But yeah, a lot of people love the franchise, so I'm sure it'll do pretty well. Then they announced the DualSense wireless controller God of War 20th anniversary, which looks,
Bruh.
whatever.
Okay. I complained about this to Becky in the car today.
Today. Oh, wow.
Today. Well, because I was watching the State of Play yesterday, and I saw this pop up at first, and when they said 20th anniversary, I thought we were gonna get a remaster for God of War.
That's what everyone thought. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh yeah. And then they showed the controller, and it's just a white fucking controller with a red stripe on it.
Yep.
We're all tired.
And I was like, come on, man.
You know what pisses me off? And I said this actually to my coworker. I said this to him. I was like, listen, man, why doesn't Sony and Xbox, for the record, also understand what the people want?
Yeah.
Give us plates. Just give us plates.
Yes.
We can put on our system. The plates that snap on.
You meant like decorative plates.
I mean, that would still be better than a controller that's probably going to be
Amazing.
$70. Let's be real. Give me a $20
20 years, I'm gonna be
plate.
like, honey, be careful with my God of War China.
Yeah. Fine China. Put that back.
Me and Sean were in a antique mall and we saw the old Hercules Burger King plates. That's what I picture.
From the show?
Yeah, that's what I picture, but God of War. That's what I mean. But no, I mean just give us the plates. Why are you fucking around with all these special edition controllers? Nobody wants this shit. Even if it looked cool, which it doesn't, just give us a plate I can snap onto my fucking system. That's what I want. Yeah. More of those.
Pretty much, yeah.
And PlayStation.
Like how the 3DS did back in the day.
Yeah, well, not all the 3DSs did that. Only some of them. But
my special Pokemon edition one did.
Yeah, that one did do it.
That red and blue, that was sick.
But one thing that really, really just slaps me across the face with all of this as well is when they do come out with plates, they came out with the Ghost Yote plates, which I want, but they don't make them for the original PS5, only for the Slim and higher. Yeah. What kind of bullshit is that, Sony? What kind of actual dog shit is that?
Exactly.
That's so unfair. Because as someone who bought secondhand market a original PS5, what a slap in the face to me. I'm like, I don't want to have to buy a Slim just so I can get these plates. That's so fucked up.
This thing that you're saying right here, I know we're probably not going to have time to go into it, so I'm just going to put this out there right now, is, in my opinion, what is the death of video gaming as an industry.
I think that topic is going to go to the November podcast, for the record.
Yeah. I just want to put that out there, that that is where I stand, is it is the suit.
Teaser.
It's the people who don't give a shit and just well, what makes this money? That's, anyway,
so, I want to add on to that. I don't think it's the suits themselves. I think it's the suits that are beholden to the stockholders. That's my theory on what's destroying.
Those are the suits. Yeah, those are the suits.
Yeah.
The people who are like, I'm just in this for the business, man. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that is what's destroying the industry. But yeah, we'll talk. I think that'll be November's big topic because again, we had to do introductions in this first podcast, and that took a good section of time. So that's why it was the last topic that I put on the docket for this one. But we can go over that in November because I will say December's podcast will probably be mostly like a review of the year, going over like game of the year, anime of the year, shows of the year, like all that shit. So not to spoil all the podcasts, but like that's basically how the rest of the year is probably gonna run. But you want our opinions. Next up, they announced speakers. Thank you, Sony. I will say people...
Fucking speakers.
People are surprised by this, but I don't know why. Every year, at least one state of play, they announce some kind of audio designed thing, whether it's new headphones, new headset, new speakers this year. Every year they do this. So like when I saw this, it's like, oh, this is cool, and I get it because it's Sony. They have other industries.
Electronics, you know.
Sony's like, we're also electronics, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's a Sony state of play. It's not just PlayStation. And so like I expect stuff like this once in a while, but everyone was like, why are they announcing speakers? And I'm like, because they're fucking Sony. What are you, a Neanderthal? Of course they're gonna announce some other product. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, just be grateful they didn't announce a fucking TV. Like, what are you talking about?
That's next year's state of
Exactly.
I guess that's it. That was everything in the Sony state of play for that. Again, this article, IGN never goes in order, which pisses me off about them, but they were the only article I could find that had like a substantial list.
A breakdown.
Yeah,
there were a couple, but I think you hit.
Speakers was toward the end. I think it was actually like watching it. I think this was in order, and then Wolverine was just last.
Oh, maybe you're right. I think they they just started
Wolverine
Wolverine
right before it.
Yeah, best for last.
Next up is the Xbox game show for Tokyo Game Show, whatever it was called. I don't remember. This was something I actually didn't watch live. I actually forgot they had a presentation and then watched it a couple days ago to refresh myself. I will say this was kind of forgettable. They had a couple kind of cool announcements though, so I did want to go through it kind of quickly. And they started off with like Age of Mythology, which I never played Age of Mythology games. I don't know if you guys have. It's kind of whatever. I think it's like an RTS kind of game, if I remember correctly. Jesus Christ, it's loud.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure, yeah, it's an RTS game. You've played one, you've played them all. I'm going to tell you that right now. As an RTS lover, you played one, you played them all. Next up was Call of Duty Black Ops 7. No one gives a fuck about Call of Duty. Nobody.
So exciting.
Finally, the Call of Duty tower is collapsing because Battlefield is coming out in like a week and it's going to do so well, and no one is going to give a shit about Call of Duty. Finally, after years, we've been begging for Call of Duty to collapse, and it has finally happened because Battlefield stepped up.
Can I say something?
I will still listen to something for the story.
I'm just going to say this. I also don't care about Battlefield.
That's fine. All you need to know, Jesse, is that it's better this time.
They're also all the same. Like
they are. They are. I completely agree with you. I loved Battlefield 1. I thought that was a really fun game. I completely agree with you but I'm just glad that people are finally recognizing that Call of Duty sucks balls and we need to stop supporting this in the gaming industry. They need to go back to the drawing board, take a couple years this time, and make a good military FPS instead of f***ing around with this every year bullshit that they keep coming out with.
It's like the fucking Madden games. Like, it's the same shit every year. They just add new roster characters or whatever. Can I just say, the last football game, American football game that I played that I really loved was NFL Blitz 2000.
Yeah.
And that was like
more arcade
25 years ago.
Yeah. The arcade games are notorious for being good.
Yeah.
All the arcade ones.
Back. We need an NFL Blitz 2025. That's what we need.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that
EA has a license, so.
Well, EA is a whole nother topic, but I'm surprised EA hasn't.
That's a big topic right now.
Every company is trying to make their own Fortnite, and EA has been basically just sitting on their Fortnite this whole time. All they had to do was make a free-to-play NFL or FIFA game where you just buy teams and characters, and they would make billions. But they've chosen to release the same fucking game with a roster update every year for the last 20 years. I don't understand.
Goddamn suit. It's the goddamn suits every
But
time.
they would make more money making it a fucking free-to-play bullshit
They
game.
don't care. They don't look at that.
I think
They
people
don't
would be
care.
pissed though if you like buy your own characters. That'd be kind of crazy. Imagine.
Those motherfuckers will buy
They'd
anything.
spend less
I
money.
don't know.
They'd spend less money.
No,
if
they
the,
wouldn't.
if
I
the
don't think so.
the teams got updated every year with their current roster, and you just spent like, oh, I'm gonna spend $20 and buy the fucking Jaguars or something like that, you know?
No, but that's what I'm saying is you buy the roster.
Or divisions, whatever. Yeah.
So every season you play a season and you
okay.
earn the
But how much is the
roster.
roster then? If
Okay.
the roster's like, let's say $1 per person on a football team is like 52 people.
Yeah.
You already paying for a game essentially then.
No, but
for a
I'm
roster.
saying you guys aren't
That's
seeing the
kinda crazy.
vision. That's the problem.
Or is
Not
it
seeing
like
the vision.
10,
Hold on.
$10 for the whole roster?
Let me send the vision into your brain stems. Hold on, give me a minute.
That's $300 then. That's 30
What's
teams.
happening? What they would do is
320 actually. Yeah.
they would make a season pass. You would pay for it every year, kind of like a Netflix subscription. So every month you'd pay $15 a month for this stupid ass NFL game, and you would get all the updates. You get all the new players. If a player in real life gets injured or traded or whatever, it goes right into the game. Like it would just be live updated all the fucking time. And then you would pay a
They do
monthly
that right now.
subscription of like maybe, let's say they'd be nice about it and do like a $10 a month subscription. They would make $120 a year from all these fucking morons who buy this stupid game.
Damn.
Like you're not seeing the vision. Like, let me just cast it out into the nether
because
sphere.
I don't think people will go for that, to be honest.
You think people are way too smart, Mike. That's my problem. You're not thinking like a businessman.
It's all how you sell it. It really is all about how you sell it.
It is, yeah, for sure. Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Ops, fuck you. Next up was Fallout 76, fuck you too. Next one,
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 6. It's in Japan. That's the big thing. It's in
Somebody
Japan.
wanted to talk about Fallout, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can go back up. Fallout 76 Camp Revamp.
Guess what, guys? Guess what? Fallout 76 was my favorite Fallout game.
What?
I could see that.
It
I could
was-
see
I
that.
have to go.
It was okay. I have never been into Fallout the entire time. I only into the lore. Once again, there's a lot of games I don't play. I only listen
Good
to the
lore.
lore.
It's a good
Mhm.
lore.
Fun lore. Oh, such
Yeah.
fun lore. There's a great video on YouTube that is just like, hey, let's explore every single vault. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is so fun.
The only lore
And
I
they're-
know is
some of them
from
are
Steph
not.
telling me at work, and it
Yeah.
is interesting.
Yeah, because I was watching it while I was
Yeah.
at work, and I would just pause and be like, dude, can you believe this fucking vault they had? That shit's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Fallout 76 was the first Fallout game that I ever played, and I played it after they fixed everything.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I feel horrible that this game came out the way that it did. It's very on point for that company.
Yeah.
But, you know. But
But
when it was all fixed up, man, super fun. Sean and I are notorious for this. Like Sean, from day one, played Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
and to this day plays Cyberpunk. He loves
So,
Cyberpunk. He went through
that
all
is-
of it.
That is a controversial topic too, because Cyberpunk when it first came out sucked.
Oh, it was horrible. You couldn't
Um,
play
Well, it's
it,
very
and he
buggy,
still
right? Yeah.
played it. It
And
was
now-
the worst. It was
Yeah.
legitimately the worst shit I ever saw. Like
Yeah.
I saw that shit live day one, and I was like,
Um,
"Yo,
And
there's no way."
now it's, in my opinion, one of the best single player RPGs out there.
I still gotta play it.
And the DLC was amazing.
Yes. Yeah, the DLC
It
was
adds an
great.
extra ending.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The only thing I have to say about that game is fuck the driving. Fix the fucking driving.
my
It's like
God,
driving on
yes.
ice.
Yeah,
That shit
I
is
fucking
dumb.
hate it. I hate it so much.
Just,
I hate
just
it so
make
much.
it controlled like at least like GTA quality, and you're
and
good. Great game.
I play keyboard and mouse because I play on PC, so it is a nightmare. Yeah.
Mm.
All I
Yeah.
want to say, I'm excited for the Fallout 76 DLC. Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So there's Fallout 76. Thanks to the Japanese
Yeah.
community, and I guess there's coming with the Ghoul Within, which allows players to play as ghouls for the first time. Gone Fishin', which introduces brand new fishing mechanics, and most recently Camp Revamp, which added newfound flexibility to building tools in the game. So there you go. For
you
you.
did say that wrong though. It's not Gone Fishing, it's Gone Fission.
What? Oh, my bad. You are correct.
Gone Fission.
You are correct. Then we got Forza Horizon 6 will take place in Japan, this is how crazy gaming leaks are. People already thought this was going to be a thing. Do you know how people found out?
that Forza was going to be in Japan?
Yes.
No.
They found out because someone in Japan saw a guy basically wearing like a Forza shirt taking pictures in Japan for this game.
God damn.
Like, that's how intense I guess that community is, where they like hunted people down. They were like, that guy's being a little sus over there, taking pictures and video and high quality video of these cars at this car event in Japan. And they traced it back to being like, I bet this guy's working for Forza. It's like, what the how'd you figure that shit out?
Can I say, I will say though, like if he was just straight up wearing like a Forza jacket while he's out taking pictures.
I kind of made that up, but it was something about,
No,
like,
but
I was
it'd be really
paraphrasing.
funny.
I was paraphrasing. Basically, they found people.
They googled them on LinkedIn and they were like, "Oh shit, yeah, he works for Forza."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also announced Microsoft Flight Simulator Japan part in this game. I will say these games do look cool, but I'm terrible at flight sims. So,
Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of those games. I played it a lot. It is like if you don't like flights, it's not really okay. It's not fun. Did you point that out? There's like not really a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I would fly an airplane for 4 hours.
Yeah. And some people find a lot of fun in that. I mean, there's a lot of people out there aspiring pilots. They use this as basically like practice, which could be a little scary, but like apparently it's that hella good. So
I worked with one guy who said that was his after work thing. Was like he'd go home, he'd talk to his wife for about 5 minutes, and then be like, "All right, I'm gonna be in my room," and then he'd go into his setup, and he'd be like, "I'd bring a 6-pack, and then I would just take an 8-hour flight to San Francisco or something like that."
One of my good friends used to have a full flight simulator setup that he would use it for cars too, for like the Forza stuff. He had like the VR headset. He built it out of wood, like the chair and everything, like the rig. He had like the flight stick and the wheel and everything. And he was like, yeah, it's he used to be in the Air Force, and he was like, I love planes. He didn't fly them. He used to work on them, so he would be like, I like to just sit down and like fly them and have a good time and stuff and land them and take off and all that shit. I tried playing what is it, Ace Combat 7 on the PSVR, and I couldn't even get through the first mission. I couldn't even level myself out to shoot the guy out of the goddamn air, and I was like, ooh. And then I played Squadrons with you. I don't know if you remember that, Jesse, and we went online and just got absolutely decimated.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the professionals who were sitting there watching me like flub around in the air in like 360s and then being like, it's too easy. Like, should we just leave him and let him kill himself, or should we just take him out of his misery?
He'll crash into an asteroid or something.
I think I shot one guy once. Like, I hit his like a little bit of his tail fin, and he was like, hell no, this guy's got to die now. And he just turned that shit around and killed me like 8 times in a row. And I was like,
It was a hot mess for a while though. There were some metas with like certain ships that you could just use, and it was just, if you weren't using that ship, you weren't playing the game essentially.
Yeah,
it turned into World of Warcraft very quickly.
Damn. Next up, they released more information about Ninja Gaiden 4, which looks sick but looks so hard. It might as well be a Souls-like game. Like, legitimately. Like, I want to play this game, but I know the Ninja Gaiden series is not made for me. It is made for people who are real gamers, who can actually beat this fucking game.
Aren't the old ones also really hard?
Yes, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them except for Ninja Gaiden 3, I think, are all incredibly hard games.
There was Southington, Connecticut had the but they had a ramen place, and they used to have a TV set up with Ninja Gaiden. And it was like the original, like the Ninja Gaiden 1, and there was a score, and if you beat the score, you got 20% off your meal.
Only 20%.
Something like that. Yeah.
That shit should be free.
Yeah.
Interesting concept though. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, they went through games with partners. This is the game I wanted you guys to really look up. So I want you guys to look up, because unfortunately I didn't rig it properly. There's a game called Animo, Animo, coming out.
I saw that.
And this game looks peak. Like, I'm actually genuinely excited to try this game out when it comes out. It's basically like a Pokemon kind of game, but you get to play as the creature to do the fighting, which is something I've always dreamed Pokemon would do, but because Pokemon Company is a bunch of nards, they're never going to do it.
Spell it again? Every time I type in Animo, I get Animorphs, the book series.
Animo.
Animo, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I know
double
I saw
eye.
Adri-
There's 2 eyes.
I was gonna say there's 2 eyes here. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
There is?
Nemo.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I just noticed it. Yeah.
A
A
Nemo.
Nemo maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say Nemo.
And Nemo.
Yeah, it says highly anticipated creature catching ARPG. I don't know where the A part comes from.
Action RPG.
Oh, action. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Nemo introduced a number of the fascinating creatures who inhabit the world of Edil, which they all look cute as fuck. The TGS trailer gave players a first look at the number of Animo interact and their environment to create opportunities for discovery and gameplay. So, looks pretty cute.
Mm-hmm.
As
You're not summoning a creature to fight, so hey, not covered under the patent.
yeah, there you go. Now you're thinking like a exec.
All Nintendo did was forced us to expand as indie gamers.
Yeah. It's so frustrating.
What
It
have
says it's coming out on Xbox Series XS, PC, Cloud, and Play Anywhere.
Yeah, mobiles too though.
I'm assuming this is going to come out. It says see developer website for other platforms. If it comes out on PS5, I'll get it. Basically, if it comes out on Switch 2, I'll get it. But
Probably get it on.
yeah,
I
or-
see
yeah,
Xbox,
maybe
PC, and then iOS and Android. Actually, I see it on.
Oh, then yeah,
So it'll be on your phone too.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I can play that shit on my phone. Well, my phone's kind of garbage. Maybe not. We'll see. Next up, they show Double Dragon Revive offers developer look at the extra mode. I mean, it's Double Dragon. It looks okay. I don't really love the art style they went with here. This kind of 3D-ish, new age art style. But I mean, I'm also not a huge Double Dragon person because those games are too hard for me. But looks
Like
okay.
the movie.
The movie?
Great movie.
There's a movie?
So bad.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so
Double
bad.
Dragon.
I love it.
I did not know there was a Double Dragon movie.
It's live action. It's about as
Yeah.
it's on par with like the Street Fighter live action movie.
Oof.
No,
I
that's a
wouldn't
lot.
say
Street
that
Fighter's a little
far.
bit better.
Raul
Yeah.
Julia was in Street
I would
Fighter,
go
and
I'd put
and
it
his
on
M.
the
Bison
level
was
of what was the other one? Oh,
Mortal Kombat.
ignore me. I can never think of it. It's like Mortal Kombat 2 bad, but like not as bad.
Tekken.
Second.
Was there a Tekken movie?
I have no
That I
idea.
can remember.
I don't know. No, but it's like I distinctly remember there's a scene in Double Dragons where they put a piece of gum like on something and on a string and they're just putting it down a vent to try to get the piece of their medallion back. And the entire time I was like, that gum wouldn't hold that medallion. Like I remember as a kid being like, how stupid this part of the movie is.
Honestly, it gives me like Three Ninjas vibes. Have you guys ever seen the movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Three Ninjas too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
I really enjoy the movie because it's bad. I love
Yeah.
it.
And
And
next up,
it has 90s. It's so 90s.
It
Okay.
is extraordinarily nice.
next up, they showed Dragon Quest 1 and 2 2D HD remake, which looks fantastic. I actually want to get this game. They just showed more of it, basically. Nothing new for that. Fatal Frame 2, which we already saw in the other thing. And then they opened up with this, but for some reason in this article it's at the end. Gungrave Goreblood, which I think is a expansion onto a Gungrave Gore game, which if you guys don't know what Gungrave is, it's an old anime that apparently has a shitload of games and a very niche following. One of my best friends loves the anime, even though I've watched it and it's okay. But the games look cool. It's just action, kind of like Devil May Cry kind of style, only with guns instead of swords, pretty much, is what it feels like. They announced Hitman World of Assassination, where Bruce Lee is in it, and he's like your sensei, and he helps you murder people, basically.
What?
I enjoy Hitman games. Hitman games are fun.
So
Hold on.
Hitman World of Assassination is like a free-to-play Hitman game where I think it's free-to-play, where like it's kind of like a mobile game where you kill people, whatever, but also they introduce different franchises into it. And normally you have to kill the person. So they introduced, who was the last person they did? Shit.
Jackie Chan.
No, he was from 007, one of the villains from the casino version of 007.
Casino Royale.
Mads Mikkelsen's character.
Oh, Green, I think.
Yeah, they put him in the game and you had to
I think
kill him.
Green. It was
The-
Green from Casino
but-
Royale, the newer one. Yeah.
Yeah, but for this game, they added Bruce Lee, but because obviously I'm assuming it's probably in a contract somewhere you can't kill Bruce Lee, they instead made it so he is an assassin, he's helping you, as opposed to
okay.
you killing him. So there's that.
I also just think it's not appropriate with Bruce Lee.
It's not appropriate with anybody, dude. It's a killing game. What are
No.
we talking about here?
He is the penultimate.
The character name was Green. Now I'm curious too. Hang on.
And
Keep
then
going. Though.
the next game they introduced was a game called Hotel Barcelona, which multiplayer modes. This game looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's from I think it's from the guy who made what's it called? The No More Heroes games. And it kind of just looks like your typical like 2D kind of platforming action game, but it's got like 4-player co-op on it. So it's kind of wild. It's from Suda51.
Did I tell you guys about like at my prom in high school? Everybody was dressed to the T except for one person. He came in his No More Heroes cosplay.
No fucking way.
Really?
Like sword and all.
Oh my god.
Or like whatever the weapon
really?
was in that game. I can't remember because
The
I didn't play the
laser
game,
sword.
but it's like
Oh,
yeah, and it was glowing. Yeah, okay, yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, no, he shook him in full cosplay, and I was like, all right, nice.
Live your life, man. Live your life.
Damn. That man must have lost a bet.
No, this is how he was.
Oh, okay.
He was the man. He was one of those like you say hi to, you think that they're gonna be nice, and it's just like the high school perverted kid that's just like, oh, you said something way out of pocket, man. I'm gonna keep you at a distance.
Was he one of those like
Alright.
I run with my hands back like Naruto kind of guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Oof.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's just like one of those things. Like I can't say that he was like a bad person or anything like that. I wouldn't call him a bad person, but he was like the epitome of just like if Fedora was a person.
Oh, that's a great description. I love it. No notes.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people like that in my day too, so like I know I picture all those people like one after the other. Oh boy. Next up they announced Mistfall Hunter. I don't know what this game is. I've never heard of this game. They announced a map for it, I guess. I mean I'm looking through and scanning the trailer and I still don't really understand what it is. So yeah, there's that. They had another trailer for Monster Hunter Stories. Jesus Christ. Then a game called Project Evilbane shows off its 4-player action RPG combat. And I will say, I looked at this trailer, and it looks cool, man. Like this is a game that, like, 4 players. If you guys want to play, you hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like this game looks pretty sick. I will say it looked like they were kind of fighting the same creature throughout the trailer, at least. But yeah, it almost reminds me of like Monster Hunter, but you're fighting demons. Pretty much is what it kind of feels like. Which I'm down for because I do like the Monster Hunter games. They get a little repetitive, so finding that mechanics, but maybe in a different game, I think would definitely intrigue me for sure. Then a game which of course doesn't have a trailer on this stupid article, but called Rhythm Doctor, comes out on December 6th. I know Steph is into some more of the rhythm games. This game kind of looks like it's trying to be Rhythm Heaven Fever, but not as good, I will say. But yeah, but it looked kind of interesting. It comes out December 6th. You can check it out then.
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the Seven out now on Xbox. Then Star Sand Island, which is another island Animal Crossing style game. I don't know why every farming sim also has to be on an island now. It's like Animal Crossing came out, it sold well, and everyone's like, islands, do it now. More islands. It's like, guys, come on. Like, we could be in Wisconsin. It doesn't have to be on a island. Like,
give me SimCity back.
Like, give me a break, dude. They announced a game called Sudden Strike. There's no trailer, so I have no idea what this game is. It just says a strategic World War II combat simulator.
Well, there it is right there.
Terminal Brigade brings the Nullverse to Xbox with Neon Genesis Evangelion crossover, which I read that and I remember just immediately thinking of Steph because I know how much she loves that franchise. And
I don't think you understand my association with this franchise. I don't know if I love it. I became obsessed with it, and then it's just one of those things where it's just like, would I recommend if somebody told me, oh, I'm thinking about watching it, I'd be like, don't. Unless you're ready for an existential crisis.
I do want to watch it, but I'm not ready for the crisis, so I gotta wait.
Prepare yourself for the crisis.
I just watched Takopi's what is it called? Takopi's Original Sin, which already sent me spiraling. It's an anime that came out last season. It's only 6 episodes, and it's like the most depressing anime ever to be made. And I can only do one a year, so I gotta wait till next year for Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like basically Takopi's not to go too into it, but it's basically an anime that is about different kids and all the different types of like abuse they can go through, pretty much. Wonderful. Like bullying and like helicopter parenting and like crazy parents and stuff. And it's one of those shows where like most shows that deal with stuff like this usually will do things off screen, so it's not as like hardcore depressing. This one shows every detail of everything.
I think you told me about this last time we were hanging out. Yeah.
So like there's a point where like you're watching one scene where one character is bullying another one, and normally it would just be like an off screen, like someone like grunting and then like being slapped or whatever. This one, it viscerally shows like the one character beating the shit out of the other one, and you're just like, oh, this doesn't look good. Like this isn't like a Dragon Ball Z fight, you know. This is like this is like one kid viscerally beating the living shit out of another kid, and it's like I don't want to watch any more of this, but I did, and it was actually a good show, but it did send me spiraling into a small depression. So don't recommend for the weak of heart. For sure. Speaking of cozy games, the last one that they announced was Winter Burrow, this cozy woodland survival game that I swear to God they've announced 50 times, and I still don't think it has a release date. Oh, wait, here it is, November 12th as a release date. So there you go. This is another one of those like kind of cozy but also dark cozy games. A lot of people who are in the cozy field are excited for it, and I really don't care that much, unfortunately, about it.
Well, it's like winter survival, right? I mean, like that can be pretty intense. You know?
And you play as a little mouse, so obviously you're probably being hunted by like owls and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get a little home in a tree, and it looks so cute.
Yeah. Just don't go outside.
The last thing we can go over is we can go over, if you guys want to. They did. I did find an article from PC Gamer on the Tokyo Game Show itself. There was a lot of announcements in this, but I will say it's just a lot of stuff. So I don't know if you guys want to kind of skip. It's funny because like I had a conversation with Erica once where we were talking about Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, I bet I know more about the lore than you do just from watching these streamers play the entire goddamn franchise. And she was like, I don't think so. She was like, explain to me. She was like, explain to me what you know. And I started explaining it like piecemeal. And she's like, damn, you know a lot more than I thought you were going to know just from watching it. She still obviously knew way more. But I was like telling her like, oh yeah, and I understand like this happens and then this happens. And then it goes back in the past and this bullshit happens and these three characters do this. And so now I've forgotten a lot of it.
These three motherfuckers look exactly the same and I don't understand why.
Yeah, like, and then Mickey comes out of nowhere and it's just like a giant clusterfuck.
And he doesn't have a shirt on. Which was very important to make canonic.
But yeah, so that's kind of basically like all the announcements. And as you can see, like in the future, if this podcast ends up going like, you know, full throttle and lasts like a couple of years or so, I feel like the October one will always be like this, because September is just such a big time of game announcements. But yeah, that's just kind of, again, we didn't go through the Tokyo Game Show entirely just because like it's a lot. And it's a lot of indie games, and there's a lot of other stuff too. Next time, we will definitely go over the main topic I wanted to go over, but that was a topic that I was like, if we can fit it in, we will. If not, I was always planning on probably pushing it to November's podcast, where we're going to talk about it. We're gonna kind of try and dissect who is responsible for why the gaming industry is dying right now. I think there's multiple factors, obviously, but I think there's one main factor, and we'll kind of get into that. But to kind of round out this podcast, the last thing I wanted to do today was go over to our last segment, which is the Matt's Make Me section, which is where my three fellow hosts here, Jesse, Mike, and Steph, will pick a game from my backlog. I've shared with them my entire price charting physical game collection and prayed that they wouldn't judge me too hard on it, and that they would all pick a physical game for me to try and play before next month's podcast. And if it's a game I've already played, I'll talk about it here right now. And if it's a game I haven't played, I will write it down. I have the list right here on my second monitor. And I will try my hardest, because I am still trying to play Hollow Knight and Ghost of Yotei and other games, but I will try my hardest to at least spend some time with these games that you guys are going to recommend to me now. So let's start off with Jesse.
Oh, boy.
Give me your pick.
All right. So I feel like we had the conversation about this at the last game convention that we went to. because I thought you picked up one of these, at least the first or second one. I can't remember which, but I noticed that Red Faction was on your list from PlayStation 2,
Yep.
and I don't think you've played it.
I have not.
Correct.
Yeah, I bought that recently at Southeast Game Exchange when I went with you.
Was it the first one or the second one that you bought?
Both
though?
of them. I bought both of them.
Oh, you bought? Okay.
Yeah. The same vendor had both of them for sale, and I bought both of them with a group of PlayStation 2 games.
I will say that I had a lot more love for Red Faction 2, but if you want to start with the first one, I won't hold it against you. They are both good games. They are both good first-person shooters for the PlayStation 2 era. If that wasn't my backup was going to be Tiny Tina's Wonderland, because I saw that you had that on yours.
Oh, yeah.
The caveat is that, in my opinion, every Borderlands game is better multiplayer. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I put Red Faction down for you, and I'll try and get around to it. We do have the PlayStation 2 still hooked up, so it shouldn't be too hard to just pop it in. I hope and think that we didn't pack the game. That'll be the hard thing, is I'll have to go and find it.
I will say this also, the multiplayer on Red Faction 2, that is the best, in my opinion, out there. I played the shit out of that, and it has bots, so you can play on the same team.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if you and Erica want to play a game together, there you go.
All right. So next up, Mike, what's the game from the backlog?
Okay, so since you mentioned that, at least like recently you had like the Wii set up, and we're playing like some old games such as Super Mario Galaxy and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, at least that was a system he kind of can get access to hopefully easily.
Yep.
And just kind of scrolling through, I'm like, you know what? It seems kind of interesting when I looked it up on Google as well. Maybe give it a try for Spyborgs, unless you've played it already.
Spyborgs. I have not. I actually just bought that game. You guys are all picking recent pickups. I recently got Spyborgs. I don't remember where. I think I might have gotten that at Southeast Game. Maybe.
You bought a lot of games.
I bought a shitload of games there, so it's possible. And honestly, Wii games are always so cheap that like it's like, oh yeah, it's a game I haven't heard of. It looks interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Why not? Because they're so cheap. Yeah, like half of them are super cheap, except for Fire Emblem. But like it's so easy to just pick up and grab, and then like you can look up gameplay of some of these games, and they look interesting enough. And Spyborg is actually a game that appears on a lot of people's like hidden gems videos for the Wii. So that one does interest me. So actually, no, I got Spyborgs from a sale at a local game store. I'm thinking back. I bought like 6 Wii games from a store when they were having their Memorial Day sale, online only. Everything was like 20% off, so I just picked up a bunch of cheaper Wii games and got them for even cheaper. So
Gotcha.
All right, so that one's added. Steph, what you got?
Pac-Man World 2.
Pac-Man World 2. Okay, do you remember what system that's on by any chance?
I believe it's on PS2. I could be wrong.
Well,
But I think it's PS2. I don't remember what you had it on yours specifically, but I know it came out on PS2. I know it's available on GameCube.
I think I have it on GameCube.
Maybe it's on Xbox. Okay. Well, you have your Wii out, so you just need to get your controller out.
The controller's here. Yeah, the controller. And the GameCube's technically out. It's just it's not hooked up because the disc reader on it isn't as good as the Wii, so I normally just don't even bother. Because I've had like 2 or 3 games that are GameCube games that I've put on the GameCube, and it won't run because the disc reader's just kind of like not the greatest in general. And then I put it into the Wii because the discs are a little scratched too. I'll put it into the Wii and it works perfectly fine. So I usually just play them on the Wii. It's a better, more quality disc reader. So from what I've been told.
Want you to play it because it's fun and it's cute, and you get it. Pac-Man doesn't have voice acting yet, so you just hear him go like a lot.
I will say Pac-Man World is one of those franchises that Erica always talks about loving, and I know I've played Pac-Man World 1. But I haven't played the second one. I honestly didn't realize I had the second one, so I'm assuming in my backlog, I'm going to safely assume it's on the GameCube, but it could be PS2. Because the other thing you guys have to understand too is like some of the games I have, like Tiny Tina's Wonderland, for example, it's technically Erica's game, but obviously it's in my price charting, and that's not going to stop me from playing it, even if it's a game that's technically hers. If you guys mention it in the future, I will just be like, okay, I'll play it. I don't care. But there are some games that are technically not like mine. They're ours.
You're married now.
We have access to them. So
she inherits all this bullshit behind me.
I told Becky that about the VHS tape. She said, "No, I'm getting rid of them."
Oh yeah, she's not even
like,
gonna.
if you die, I'm getting rid of them.
She's not even gonna sell them, bro. She's gonna put them on the front lawn and be like, "Take."
Oh, it's so upsetting. I told her I have to be buried with the ones I
Rough.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, it has been a very long podcast. Thank you guys for staying with me this whole time. I appreciate it. Yeah, I thank you guys so much for hopping on and talking with me. I really enjoyed this. This has been a great time.
It was a quick 4 hours.
It's been about almost 4 hours. Honestly, I was afraid this might happen. I was like, man, am I gonna have to break this up into 2 videos? I don't know, but we'll see. I will edit it and like kind of cut out a couple of the little things here and there, like when we all got up to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. But generally speaking, this is the first episode of Nerd Talk Radio, and I want to thank my my fellow guests here, Jesse, Mike, and Steph, for hopping on, introducing themselves, and chatting with me about all things nerdy, because that is what we are. We are Nerd Crew. We are going to be talking about everything. I'm hoping this podcast does decently well enough where we can do it for quite a long time and at least have fun with it. I'm not looking for it to blow up and do all that other bullshit, but I mean, I'll obviously try my hardest to promote it and put it on TikTok and Spotify and all that other bullshit. But yeah, that is episode 1 in the bag, recorded. Woo. Give yourselves a round of applause.
There we go, everyone.
I'll think
Well done.
and driving.
And driving, yeah. All things nerdy and
driving.
driving. I bet you driving will come up every podcast, I swear to God. It is a plague. I'm going to have to get the Hot Wheels cars out so I can demonstrate for you guys the amount of dog shit I have to deal with on a daily with this stuff. But yeah.
Quickly turn into a driving podcast.
Yeah. Oh my. Can you imagine? I mean, it doesn't exist, so we probably would be the first one.
A niche right there.
We'll change the little radio tower on the symbol to a car.
There you go.
A car crashing into the radio tower.
Yes, a car crashing into the radio tower. Jesus Christ.
I only have so much Canva experience. Oh no.
Just like a car driving into it and then the tower just tips over. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, honestly.
But yes, we are Nerd Crew. You can catch us. We will be doing the podcast once a month. They'll be coming out in the middle of the month, hopefully around the 15th. And also you can catch I guess mine at this point, my pickups videos every first of the month, where I go over all the pickups that I've done for the month previous. I've already gotten a couple things this month, so November 1st, you will see all the stuff I got in October, and as well as other reviews and other nerdy content that'll be coming out very soon. Once again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming on, and we'll catch you nerds next time here on Nerd Talk Radio.
Oh yeah.